Yeah, you had the start years ago. Are they kicking us off? We got, I think, 2 minutes. I love the music, dude.
I would love to go to a gaming convention outside the United States. One of the biggest problems with that desire is that Americans predominantly only speak one language. And I am definitely in that group. My German is coming along better. I just crossed 1,000 words, and that really shows you just how many words you know in your primary language. You're like 1,000, and then you're like, oh, I can't say anything. Like, I can't navigate a grocery store.
What are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
The Alashant says, I'm here to watch live with you guys, and we'll go to the other content creators for VODs. Glad to see you both online. Thank you very much, man.
How's my Japanese coming? I can do a lot of the alphabet. The words are still very, very, very hard.
The audio just increased for me.
Oh, yeah.
Chat, if you could let me know if you can hear it better, or if we need adjustments. And we can also toss to this view so we can have an unimpeded view. Oh, good. Yeah, I was like, yeah, they probably were just rocking and lowering it. Man, dude, oh gosh, I hope we get a time mage. Oh gosh. And even if they called the time
venue. My goodness.
Yeah.
What an incredible venue.
Absolutely.
Can anybody tell me why they did Saturday or why they did Sunday, Monday there instead of, like, why do they not have events on Saturday, Sunday? Like, that's the American work week.
Yeah.
Can somebody help me understand what's going on in that
Clock on
schedule?
screen.
There's a logic.
Time mage confirmed.
Time mage confirmed. Must be.
I love this music, man.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities.
Interesting, it's in English with Japanese subtitles.
Say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
Now, historically, this would be after the 0.55 patch drops, so they could have like a big story beat. What do they do now?
There's no cause for panic.
Right. Like, I think it's gonna be when you got the Xbox version coming out, you're gonna have the opportunity for a lot of players checking out the game for the first time. That could be a lot of fun for veterans to help teach players kind of the game. That's one theory.
I just meant as far as trailer reveal. Is there an additional moment tonight?
Right, that doesn't ruin the story that's about to drop.
They have to add something that does not add anything.
I don't know if it's as important as like Shadowbringers to Endwalker would have been, though.
I'm missing something. You're going to have to state whatever the question is when you talk to address all the chats.
Can you see the chat here on StreamYard? Oh, that's why.
Let's just see how you, Brian.
Yeah, I sent you. You should have elevated permissions so you can see everything I see. But something to troubleshoot for later.
Whoa.
The man Diesel says, Colin, that we're getting the Xbox beta this weekend or very early next week.
Oh, that would be such a like Mac type thing.
Yeah.
And you can buy it now.
Oh,
Just
that'd be
drop
awesome. Because then all of a sudden, all these Xbox. I mean, I'd go right downstairs and then get it installing on the Xbox.
I'll be hosting the remainder of the show.
Yeah, guys, I'm out. I have a lot to catch up on. Xbox beta. Bad Gamer OG resub tier 1. 19 months of support, man. Thank you, Bad Gamer. You are the best.
This combat's so good.
I think it's all new right here, right?
I feel like we saw some of that.
Now we go back to the big fat taco. Yeah, this is new.
This is new.
Yeah.
Cryo in the new garb. That was called by Jordan.
The mage. Here's the mage. This is the mage class, Rise. Is this Pictomancer? Pictomancer, baby! Holy crap, they were right!
Whoa!
Holy freaking crap, Pictomancer!
This is why I don't bet. I would have lost so much money.
Whoa!
I kind of wish we could hear the Japanese crowd.
Yeah,
There's something missing from that, like, live.
that the live reaction to that.
Yeah. I know it's like a little thing.
Wow, is right. A Pictomancer. This is a Final Fantasy VI job that like has we have not really ever really seen that much, and so having them bring that into Final Fantasy 16, I hope that they also marry this with something like Bard has music. Pictomancer could do some. Yeah, well, it's the upgrade, visual upgrade. He's also getting older.
Like plastic surgery upgrade.
He's also getting older. Oh, female Hiroga!
Lady Lion.
Woo! She looks so detailed. Sometimes I get bad sound quality on the trailer index. Woo!
Yeah, because your computer's using all its bandwidth to process the visual. It's eating up your compression.
Blessed be the, yeah, that could be.
Yeah. So,
boom, baby.
summer 2024. Are they going to release a date? No way. No way.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're going to do pre-orders.
Are they going to do pre-orders?
I think you're going to see pre-orders, especially for the collector's edition they're going to show off. If we don't get a date, that's going to be pretty
We just
telling.
balanced our checkbook this morning, which means there was a bunch of charges that my wife goes, what's this? What's this? What's this? What's this?
It's a jersey.
Okay, but turn around.
I think like pre-orders go live like they'll do like a week or two. I think could be completely wrong. Or they might give us a like when you can pre-order or something.
Look at that shirt.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 14 jersey.
Shirt.
That's awesome, dude.
Turn around.
Come on, merch
Warrior of
store
Light.
that.
Just says Warrior of Light on the back. Bummer.
皆さんようこそお越しくださいました。ファイナルファンタジー14プロデューサー兼ディレクターの吉田です。よろしくお願いしま
I don't want
す。
one.
Oh, I want one.
14.
Warrior light on the back. Yeah. 14.
Nice.
もうサイリウムの数がすごくてちょっと動揺しております。
On the clock. Countdown.
ありがとうございます。
Blitzball?
Thank you for coming today. My name is Naoki Yoshida, producer and director
Quite the
of
haircut.
Final Fantasy 14.
Makes him look younger.
さ
It does.
あ、新生
50 incredibly hard years
グローバルファンフェスツアーの鳥となる日本のファンフェスティバルいよいよ開幕です。
You feel his confidence
ただです
being
ね、
at his
新年
home
1月
territory.
1日、能登半島の方で非常に大きな地震があって、
As opposed to the regular
被災され
swagger.
た皆様に、心よりお見舞い申し上げます。非常に困難な状況から、1年ね、幕開けとなった日本なんですが、僕らやっぱりゲーム開発者にとって、特にファイナルファンタジー14にとっては、被災された光の戦士の皆さんがですね、日常を取り戻したときに、お帰りなさいと、楽しい世界がしっかり 作られて維持されていくことが我々の一番やらなければいけない仕事かなと思っておりますので、全力でそれを取り組んでいこうと思います。
Like a sweater underneath. Wondering if maybe it was on the back of the sweater or
X で
something.
もちょっと拝見したんですけど、やっぱりいらっしゃれない、この会場に来る予定だったのがいらっしゃれなかった光の選手の方のコメントも拝見しました。ただそこに書かれてたのは、せっかくの機会なので自分が行けなかった分まで、皆さんに楽しんでほしいというふうにコメントを拝見しましたので、この会場に
What if it's the limited job and it's a
そして配信ご
blitzballer?
覧の皆さん、僕らも含めてですが、
Dude, if they go limited job blitzball, holy crap, man.
皆さんに力
I
を
think
届けら
you
れ
would
れ
see
ばな
probably
と
more
思
people
ってますの
upset
で、どう
about
ぞ楽しんでいき
Beastmaster
ま
and
しょう。
Puppet Master. I don't
You'd see the
know.
people upset about blitzballer.
Oh, you're gonna, yeah.
Like,
okay.
there's no winning.
The drama react video scene's gonna get
コメントをですね、
wild.
今日ちゃんと返しをもらっているので、こちらにニコニコ動画がございます。ありがとうございます。
Is there live
楽しむ
translation
のが仕事だ
that we're missing?
いえ、吉田見てるって、これ必ずありますね。
No, he has not yet introduced Koji Fox.
見てます、見てます。
Usually he just says like
はい、
some
こちら
gentle
は、
hellos and
YouTube
stuff.
と、
He might not have gotten to that just yet.
新ヘアス
It
タ
is
イ
Thank
a
you guys
very,
for the
like,
30
they
likes
talked-
on YouTube, by
They
the way.
talked about this in a. Can you turn it down until he's
Yeah.
done?
よろしくお
So
願いします
they talked about this in a live translation panel about what it takes to have people into when they have multiple languages in a cutscene, and they talked
Yeah.
about how Japanese is naturally like a very eloquent language. So I do think it's funny that anytime this is live translated, he'll say like all of this, and they'll be like, "He says it's so good to be here, and thank you." And it's like 4 minutes, and it's just so like beautiful and eloquent, and like there's a courtesy to it. So I've seen some people that do like direct live translations, and like I'm like, I think you're writing the poetry version. Like this can't be the real thing that he's saying.
Right. Yeah. Did
So
he
very
freeze?
cool. No, yours did.
My
I have
Twitch
him on my other
froze.
screen. I have him on my
Hmm.
other screen. I'm on Twitch.
I'm okay. There he
He's-
goes.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Okay. Going to live
Yeah, if
translate.
Koji comes in, we'll turn up his volume. But yeah, I guess we can.
Okay. So I've got the live translate
Sweet. Break it down.
up just in case. That was the heartfelt condolences to those affected by the Japanese earthquake was what he was talking about there. And then Japanese will rise up again from the ashes and rebuild themselves stronger.
Lead
and
English
he's-
translator, and I
so-
am once again
Yeah,
here.
and we
to
got
tell
English
you what
translation.
Recipe says.
And another Final
That's
Fantasy
very
14
well
jersey, guys.
I am very good at English. Thank you. ありがとうございます。
ロンドンのファンフェスの時には、ケイさんね、ちょっといろいろ作業がね、忙しくて、工事にバトンタッチだったんですけど、どうですか ?7.0 の翻訳作業、順調ですか
順調です。
お、即答で順調。
I was unable to attend the London FanFest because I was very busy working on 7.0, so Koji thankfully took over. But it is going well, our development progress, and I am making sure to fuel my motivation with a lot of tacos. So, tacos を食べることで、モチベーションをバフしながら頑張ってます。
そんなにタコスね、上がるんだね。
まあそうで、まあグラハ
How many people here want
見れば
jerseys now?
タコス食べたくな
Like,
ります。
sound off. Raise your hand.
Are you
I-
team light or team darkness?
See, Raha, you want to eat the tacos. It's not weird. It's not weird.
Tacos are
さて
incredible.
改めまして、ファンフェスティバル in 東京ドーム、夢のようなファンフェス、ワクワクをお届けする2日間。その幕開けは僕の基調講演からスタートします。その内容はもちろんこちらになります。
So once again, welcome to FanFest in Tokyo. This is a dreamlike FanFest being held in Tokyo Dome. And we want to kick it off with my keynote, the subject of which is, of course,
拡張パッケージ黄金のレガシーの最新情報をお届けしてまいります。
the newest information on our expansion Dawntrail.
Woo.
そして気になる発売日なんですが、きっと3つ目のファンフェスだから発売日出るんだろうなと思っていると思うんですが、すいません、計画上の日程はもちろん決まってはいるんですが、現状ギリギリまでちょっとすいません、スケジュールの最終調整確認をしております。
So given that this is the third FanFest, you're probably expecting us to announce the release date of Dawntrail. Unfortunately, though, we do have an internal date that we are targeting. We are adjusting the schedule, making sure it's fine-tuned as much as it possibly can be before announcing, so we will not be sharing that today.
Okay, at least they set that expectation. Sure. I'm good with that right at the start, as opposed to like, wait, what?
I didn't think they were going to do pre-orders this weekend, but...
Yeah.
It's not that FanFest is a bad place. It's that the timing of this FanFest relative to the anticipated release date is too far.
True.
They probably haven't even started a lot of the final quality checks on some of them.
If you're wondering why,
and
well, it's because
they had to delay Endwalker.
For Endwalker, for the very first time in my career, we had to delay the release. We don't want that to happen again, even if it's just a few weeks. So we are taking great care to make sure that our schedule is on track before announcing, but we will get you that info as soon as we can.
Bethesda's like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 years.
I think you don't know how to spell years at all. Doesn't start with a W.
People are saying, you mean October then? It's not going to be summer? It's going to be October, isn't it? No, it will be summer.
Keep in mind that's based on like Farmer's Almanac, so that doesn't mean warm outside.
We said in 16 we were going to release it in summer, and it came out in June.
机2時間じゃなく、14時間の夏でちゃんと出すようにします。
We will not be releasing on Square Enix time. We will be releasing on 14 time, which means properly in summer.
Yeah, and what a dig to Square Enix.
できるだけですね、早く発売日の情報をお出しできるように頑張りますので、
we're the flagship game for your company. We'll release when we're ready to release. I'm going to call July.
We'll work very hard to get you that info as soon as possible, and we'll have it for you next time. So thank you for your patience.
さあ、では本格的に
I have it
の中身についてお話ししていこう
at
と
the
思います
earliest
が、
May
も
31st.
ちろん皆さんが一番気
In
に
my
なってい
opinion,
る
the
のは
latest reasonable date is
Of
July
course, let's talk
26th.
about the content of Dawntrail and the thing you're most looking forward to.
Woo, baby, new
あ
job.
やなんか
Let's
60 day
go.
window.
A new job.
さあ、気づきました？
Pictomancer,
どんな
man,
ジョブ
this
で
is
した？
so crazy.
Did you figure out what job it is?
I think August is unacceptable, bad gamer.
ジョブ名じゃない。
Just because the size of 0.55 is not big enough, we should have had a
さあ、僕があれこれ説明する
0.6,
前
a
にです
minor
ね、
and
動画で
first and only
一番最初
0.6 if that was the case.
その動きをご覧いただこうと思います。
But before you hear from me, let's
I
see
just
it
think
on
it's-
video.
Let's see it play out in game. Let's go. I love it. This is going to be great for people who like to do the pictures, the screenshots in game.
I love that everybody's opinion of this is going to be universally aligned, and there will be no rage. It looks like Smash Brothers animations.
Yeah. The sound effects as well. Like it just feels the sound of the paint moving. Pictomancer.
Thank you.
It's so different than the other job.
Yeah.
新ジョブ第2弾はピクトマンサー、筆を武器とする遠隔魔法 DPS となっています。
The second job of Dawntrail will be ranged
That is
magical
Realms.
DPS wielding
That
a
does
Ah,
brush.
look like
the
Realms' outfit.
Pictomancer.
さあ、皆さん予想の方は当たっていたでしょうか？
Did you guess correctly?
I don't know.
Painters with the turtles like that. Like that. Oh man, my heart for Time Mage will yearn for the future.
Yeah, at Las Vegas FanFest, I wore a very mysterious T-shirt.
まあうまいことなんか2つのジョブのヒントっぽくなったのかなっていう気がします。
I feel like it was a good hint for both jobs.
It was.
はい。ピクトマンサーはですね、FF6 に唯一登場したジョブになってます。
Pictomancer was the only job to debut in Final Fantasy VI.
ファイナル
Yeah.
ファンタジー6では筆を使い、敵のこうイラストを描いてね、描いたその敵の 技を使うというジョブでした。
In FF6, Pictomancer used their brush to draw their enemies and therefore use their techniques.
ファイナルファンタジー14ではその書くという部分を発展させ、ピクトマンサーがさまざまなモンスターだけじゃなくて絵を描いて、それを魔法として攻撃や補助などの効果を発動させていくという見た目にも非常にユニークなジョブになってます。
FF14's Pictomancer has a bit broader of painting skill. They can paint not only monsters, but landscapes and other things, not just the enemies that they are currently facing. And they also have a very unique appearance.
暁のメンバーであるクルルが今回ピクトマンサーにジョブチェンジすることになりました。
And the Scion Kryl has become Pictomancer.
Cool.
ね、クルルずっとちょっと戦えなくてね、お留守番が続いていたんで、きっと頑張ってくれたんだと思います。
Because Kryl could never fight before, right? She was always sort of stuck watching things at home. I think she probably tried really hard to take on this new role.
吉田はピクトマンサーのコスプレをしないのかっていうふうに、目に入ってきておりますが、さすがにこのジョブ、50歳のおじさんが、コスプレするのは厳しいものがあると。
I'm seeing people saying, why isn't Yoshi P cosplaying the Pictomancer? But honestly, I think it would be a little bit difficult for me as a 50-year-old man to portray the image of this job.
その一部からっていうのをちょっと
Men can be painters even at
We're like
50.
shocked.
スタッフ真に受けるんで。
Just to be clear.
I think he's
とい
talking
うわ
about the
けで
midriffs.
今回はですね、僕の代わりにですね、素敵なモデルさんに、新ジョブ衣装を着ていただいてます。
But in my place, we do have a wonderful model who will be showing off this job gear.
No, this is not the limited job.
Let's call her out.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
さすがでしょう。
Wow, impressive.
可愛いの声ありがとうございます。
WoW's
どう
done
です
that
かって
before.
見てくださ
And
い
then they have
よ
them out on the floor and you can take pictures with them.
無理
So.
でしょ。
See, this wouldn't be a good look on me.
Come on.
ちょっとコメントを会場の一斉に大丈夫似合うよみたいなのやめてもらっていいですか。
Everyone keeps saying, no, it'd be fine. It'll look great. Please stop.
こちら新ジョブピクトマンサーのジョブ専用装備をまといイメージキャラクターとして登場していただきました。
So our model here is wearing the job outfit for Pictomancer.
着心地はいかがですか。
How does it feel?
良い。
Good.
なんか俺の装備もクオリティ高かったけど確かにすごいな。
My gear was also of high quality, but man, this is impressive.
ではピクトマンサーのね、紹介が終わるまでちょっとステージ上に一緒にいただきましょう。
If you could stay up here while we finish introducing Pictomancer, that'd be great.
ではピクトマンサーの特徴を見ていこうと思います。
So let's look at the details of this job.
まずロールに関しては先ほどお伝えした通り遠隔魔法 DPS で装備枠はキャスター枠になってます。
See, there's a dude right there.
So this will be ranged magical DPS using the gear of casting.
Checks out.
そして筆という専用の武器を使います。
And they have a special weapon that is their brush.
コメント配信そろそろそのコスプレした吉田の腹が見たかったとかそういうのはいいんで集中して聞いてもらっていいですか。
I see you all on the stream saying you wanted to see my midriff. Please stop and pay attention now.
こちら対応クラスはございません。最初からジョブの状態で戦えます。
Why do we put required
So
class
there is
none?
no requisite class for this job. You can just start from the job itself.
One day they're
そ
going
して
to blow
ス
your
タートの
mind.
初期レベルは80からとなっております。
And they're going to go back to the
Starting
job
level will be
stones.
80.
ジョブクエストの開始地はグリダニアとなっております。
And the job quest will be beginning in Gridania.
黄金のレガシースタートの際には条件を満たしていればすぐにでも使用可能となっています。
So long as you've completed the requirements, you will be able to pick up this job right as soon as you get into Dawntrail.
そうなんかグリダニアでジョブクエスト開始するの久しぶりなんですよね。
It's been a long time since we had a job quest start in Gridania.
It has
はい、結
been.
構特徴的なジョブクエストになっておりますので、ジョブクエスト自体も、お楽しみください。
The job quests themselves are also very unique, so I hope you'll look forward to that.
では続いてバトルのイメージに行きましょう。
Now let's talk about what they're like in combat.
まず先ほどお伝えした通り、筆に魔力を込めて描いたイメージ、それを力にして戦うのがピクトマンサーです。
As we mentioned, the Pictomancer concentrates aether in their brush to release their power by drawing pictures.
絵画魔法というジャンルの魔法を使います。
It is the magic of an artist.
See, this would be a perfect job to have multiple kind of glamour unlocks to the paintings that they could paint, you know?
自体の絵を描くっていうジョブだったんですが、
The Pictomancer in 6 was drawing just their enemies.
ファイナルファンタジー14では相対する敵に関わりなく、さまざまな生物や武器、さらには風景を描いて効果を発揮させます。
But regardless of what enemy they're facing, FF14's Pictomancer can draw creatures, weapons, and even landscapes.
結構あれですね、VFX、エフェクトと呼ばれるものもピクトマンサー専用のタッチでちょっとね、
Chris, does this feel like creation magic
ド
to
ロー
you?
イングされたような形でかなりね試行錯誤
No,
を繰り
it
返
feels
して
like ethereal manipulation.
We have quite a few original visual effects for Pictomancer to really
Minor
make it
difference.
look like they are drawing.
絵を描く
Because it doesn't look like we're making the
名称時
beast out
間
of
があ
the
ります
ether.
が、もちろんそれを
We're
補
just
う
manipulating the ether.
名称魔法とか、アビリティも存在しています。
Of course, in order to create a work of art, it's going to take some time. But to go along with that, you will also have instant cast spells and abilities.
ピクトマンサーは自身が攻撃するだけでなく、パーティーを強化するような魔法も一部持っています。
And the Pictomancer does not simply attack, they
But
also
maybe.
have magic that can buff their party.
サポートジョブというわけでは
If it was creation,
ない
we'd
の
have to be
で、
taught by a
そういったと
rabbit.
ころ結構気にされる方いると思うんですが、サポートジョブというわけではないですが、黒魔同士のような攻撃特化ではないと
Or an Asian.
い
Those are
う
your
ことだ
choices.
けお
Or
伝
an
えしてお
ancient,
きます。
excuse me.
We wouldn't say it's a full support job if that's what you're thinking, but it is not quite so attack focused as something like
So
Black
some more
Mage.
utility. So
ちなみに普段遠隔魔法 DPS キャスターやってるよっていう方どれぐらいいますか？
Who's playing ranged magical
It's
DPS
the
right now?
bard of
結構いますね。
the casters.
Quite a
the
few.
casters.
ピクトマンサーはちなみに蘇生魔法は持っておりません。
Pictomancers cannot res you.
Okay.
さあ、で
That's
はちょっと
good
頭の
because
中イ
red
メージ
mages
で
and
きた
summoners
か
can.
なと思いますので、先ほどの動画もう一度ご覧いただこうかと思い
They
ま
overall
す。
boost the
So I
party
think you have a
damage.
good idea now in your mind of what Pictomancer might be like. So with that, let's take another look at the video.
どうぞ
Back to the video.
I still can't make up my mind. It's a drastic aesthetic difference than every other job in the game.
Yeah.
And that's not like we'll play the way you want, because if they're in your party, it's going to be in yours. I mean, it's like somebody playing as a pig in your party. Like, it just ruins immersion.
Those are probably the instacast abilities right there. And then this is them painting. And then bringing that down. But they painted stars and that looked like ice. Yeah, Red Mage and Summoner can res, Black Mage and Pictomancer cannot. Assuming they don't make changes to Red
はい
Mage and
ありがとうございます。新ジョブピクトマンサーいかがだったでしょうか？
Thank you. How was
It's
it?
very Splatoon or Smash Brothers. Like, there's a cartooniness
配
to
信
it
の
Mhm.
先
that
にいる
Final Fantasy fans usually accuse WoW of doing
質問が
in a
届いており
negative.
ました。
Like, they're like, ugh, that's what I don't like
僕
about
に
it.
もピクトマンサーになれますかって。
So we have a question from the chat asking, okay, even if I am just terrible at art, can I be Pictomancer?
絵が死ぬほど下手な吉田にも使えているので大丈夫だと思います。
I am so bad at art that it is like just so dreadful, and I'm fine, so you'll be fine.
美術1ですって言ってる方いらっしゃいますけど大丈夫です、大丈夫です。
It does not require artistic skill.
はい、ではピクトマンサーありがとうございました。
Thank you to our Pictomancer.
So, Chris, how do you feel about it?
I don't know. I knew I immediately liked the other job.
ここでちょっとピクトマンサーに関してですね、ドイツ語のプレイヤーの皆さんに一つお知らせがございます。
Now we do have one announcement about Pictomancer for our players playing in German.
これまでファイナルファンタジー6のオリジナル、それからピクセルリマスター、ドイツ語版では、ジョブ名をですね、このように表記してました。今、パワーポイントに映ってます。
So in FF6, both the original and remaster, Pictomancer had previously been translated as duplicant.
デュプリカント。まあ多分これ造語だと思うんですけど、デュプリケートってちょっと MMO 用語だとアイテムが増殖するみたいなのでちょっとうってなるんですけど。
Because you're not just mirroring what you're fighting.
Duplicate has a bit of a special meaning in MMOs, you know.
Like you're making the
でおそらくですね、
painting pictures because you can include
モンスターをコピーする、デュプリケートするような多分イメージで当時ドイツ語のジョブ名作られたんだと思います。
But at the time, because the job was in fact duplicating your enemies, that's why they translated it with a name that means duplication.
ただ実際こうピクトマンサーというジョブに関してその敵の姿をコピーするだけではなくていろんな絵を描くっていう遊びをピクトマンサーに作っていこうとするとどうしてもジョブ名とイメージの開きが出てしまうので今回、FF シリーズ全体で協議をしてですね14のドイツ語版では今書かれているようにどちらかというともうピクトマンサーに近い、こちらも造語になりますがジョブ名を、作りました。
However, because 14's Pictomancer is focused around creating original works of art, not just duplicating, we thought there would be quite a gap between the name if we use the legacy translation. So therefore,
especially
for
for
all
one
of the FFs,
language.
we will now be using this new name, Pictomant.
まあ今後また新たな FF シリーズでピクトマンサーが登場する際には今回作った、ピクトマントというドイツ語表示を使っていこうと思いますのでミスではないのでドイツ語プレイヤーの皆さん、しっかり協議した上で FF シリーズ全体として決めましたので、ご理解いただけますと助かります。
So in future Final Fantasy games, you will see Pictomant as the name for this job. So please know that's not a mistake. We didn't forget the old name. This is this choice we made for all of Final Fantasy with everyone involved.
Super pumped on Reaper, but I was once we
and
met
we hope you'll enjoy the new name.
Yeah.
まあやっぱりこうシリーズね、
So
歴
maybe
史が
Garal will
長い
convince
と
me,
こう
but I'm
発展
not
していく
yet
中で
on board.
当時ねその限定した機能に対してだけ名前を付けたものが後になってねこうそれを拡張しようとすると噛み合わなくなるっていう結構例かなとは今回思いました。
Honestly, when you have such a long-running series as Final Fantasy, you will run into these cases where what made perfect sense at the time is no longer working for us, and this is a great example of the sort of stuff we deal with.
ただやっぱりシリーズの可能性とか、発展性ということを考えたときに
He said he would never do a double DPS expansion again.
今回しっかり議論した上で決めましたので、まあ似たような事例ね今回は
Where's the Yoshi P lied
いろんな
crowd?
言語でまた出てくる可能性もありますので、なんとなく頭に入れておいていただけると助かります。
But you know, as we grow and develop as a franchise, we really need to adapt in the way that is best for Final Fantasy's future. And this time it only affected German, but I think it will probably happen in all languages at certain points. So just remember that that's what we're bearing in mind when we make these decisions.
さあでは続けてさまざまなキャラクターが登場するこの黄金のレガシー、そのストーリーについても、触れておきましょう。
So let's move on to the story of Dawntrail, which will feature myriad characters.
今回皆さんにお届けするのは再三英雄光の戦士への最高の夏休みとお伝えしてきました。
As we've mentioned, we will be giving you the greatest summer vacation a warrior of light could have.
新たな冒険、そしてそのバカンスの目的は西方トラル大陸になります。
The site of this vacation and our new adventure will be the continent of Tyrol.
依頼されるのはトラル大陸にあるとある王国の王位継承令制の助力です。
And the reason we will be going there is for the right of succession for a nation over there.
その依頼主となるのが
For anyone, this is their first FanFest season. Normally they
requested our help.
こちらのキャラクターです。
It's her.
There's going to be a mix of repeat information and new information this evening. Just in case this is anybody's first FanFest of the season.
ウクラマトというキャラクターになります。
This character is Wuklamat. She's the daughter of the current ruler of Tyrol.
She's so furry.
なんとなくね、あんまり見たことのない種族にも見えるんですけれど。
I feel like I haven't seen this before.
ミコテだよね、多分ね。
Is it a Mikote? そうですよね。
Mikote.
ちょっと体質的にちょっとモフモフしてるミコテだと思います。
I think it's just a really, really fuzzy Mikote. まあ、それしかないですよね。
そうですね。
She has a more humanoid head,
気にし
so
ない
it
で
fits
先
headgear.
進みましょう。
Don't worry about it.
Don't do the Roth thing again.
この王位継承レースというのはさまざまな候補者が入り乱れて競うものになっています。
So in this right of succession, we will be competing with other various contestants for the throne.
その王位継承レースの道中ですね、さまざまな気づきやドラマが待ち構えています。
And there will of course be a lot of revelations and various dramatic turns along the way.
まあその王位継承レースというからには他にも候補者
Said
い
if
ま
ladies
す。
get hats and men don't.
Of course, as a contest, we do need people to compete against.
さらに暁のメンバーがそこにどう関わっていくのか、それらはぜひ皆さんの目でお確かめください。
And so I hope you'll look forward to finding out how exactly the other scions play into that competition.
今ご紹介したこの新たな登場人物であるウクラマトなんですが、いよいよパッチ 6.55 のメインクエストパート2から登場となります。
As for Wuklamat, who we've introduced today, you will be able to meet her in patch 6.55 part 2.
早速ですね、非常にキャラ性強いキャラになってますんで、
The bridge to 7.0.
皆さんの手で
The world's longest
物語
bridge.
のまさに序章をですね、
Yeah.
体験していただけ
The
ればと思います。
long ass bridge.
She is a very strong character, so I hope you look forward to getting to know her.
そんな気になる、分かった。じゃあパッチ 6.55
To
は
put it in perspective, it's going to be over double.
Okay, so you're wondering,
like
I'm
the other
sure, when
0.5
is
to
patch
0.55,
6.55 coming out?
It's
パッチ 6.55 は1月16日公開となります。
It'll
God.
be coming out on January 16th.
Oh, what did I predict?
Oh, what day? Is that also what I'm telling you for the
さ
Xbox?
すがにね、
How do I share my screen?
週明けはすいません、ちょっと
I called it.
フェスの疲労で倒れているので、
I called the
厳しいので
16th.
だから一週明けて、リリースさせていただきます。
I called the 16th.
Obviously, after FanFest is over, we are all going to be passed out. So we're taking a week and then
Taking a week.
releasing.
Taking a week.
なおですね、すいません、パッチ 6.55 は24時間メンテナンスを予定してます。
And also, we are planning to have a 24-hour maintenance for this patch.
Because
これはですね、パッチ 6.55 の公開作業に合わせて、皆さんの日本の全データセンターの各種、まあ、いわゆるサーバー機材ですね。まあ、ものすごい高性能サーバーがたくさん並んでるんですけど、それを最新の機材に全て入れ替えるという作業を同時に行わせていただきます。
This is because we will be replacing the entire Japanese data center infrastructure with newer machines.
oh,
これによってですね、
Japan
さ
getting
らに
an
安定性増し
upgrade.
ますし、いろんなことが、
I wonder if that was
まあ
provided by
IT 関係だったり
Microsoft.
土地だったりハウジング、いろんなことまたやりやすくなりますので、
Unless
それらのメンテナンスと、それから最新機器への入れ替えということを、今回やりますので、すみません、ちょっと長時間のメンテナンスになりますが、ご承知おきください。
We're sorry
The 16th
that
is
it's
not
such a
early,
long
by the way.
maintenance, but this will contribute to future stability and our ability for the servers to handle things like items and housing. So we ask for your understanding.
はい、では続いて
The
新たな
16th
冒
is
険
late.
の舞台となる西方トラル大陸追加情報を、見ていきましょう。
So let's take a look at some new information about Tyrol.
こちら、オールゼアの全体図ですね、三大洲の西方に位置する巨大な大陸です。
So on the map, you'll see that it is to the west of the three great continents.
こちら、左に見えるのがトラル大陸ですが、
We're going to call it
And on the
Central
left
and
is what we've
South
shown you
Tyrol.
so far.
Please show us more. Show us more.
で、今回、なんとトラル大陸というのはですね、南北に大きく、大陸が存在していて、今回の舞台となるのは、その南北トラル大陸を股にかける冒険になります。
But Tyrol is actually a very massive continent expanding from north to south, and we will be going that full length during our adventure.
With a big old gap in the middle, like you see that like line right there, that green line.
So this is the full new map.
そしてご紹介してきた今回新たにプレイヤーの皆さん、プレイヤータウンとなるのがトライオラです。
And this is the new player hub that we introduced, Tuliolal.
このトライオラ自体がこの南北のトラル大陸をつなぐ橋の役目を持っています。
Tuliolal actually functions as a bridge connecting the north and south parts of the continent of Tyrol.
先ほど公開したトレーラーの方にもこうやって巨大な橋出ていたと思います。
As you saw in the trailer, there is a literal bridge.
今回の冒険はこのトライオラを中心にトラル大陸の南北をまたいでの大冒険となります。
So the Tuliolal will be at the center of our adventure. It will span from north to south of Tyrol.
南北文化的な統一感というのはある程度はあるんですけど、ここではちょっとネタバレで言えないさまざまな出来事により南と北で大きく物語が揺れ動いていくことになります。
There's a degree of unity between the cultures of the two due to certain developments that I will not share here. There will be major story developments in both North and South Tyrol that will change the story significantly. So you can almost think of it as a two-part structure.
もちろん一つの壮大な物語 7.0 自体で、そうなっていますが、内容でやってみると異部構成に近い、新しい我々のチャレンジにも見えるかもしれません。
Of course, the whole story overall is one unified story, but you may feel like it does have two distinct arcs when you play through it.
では、新たなフィールド
For Raiders, Savage will unlock on the 30th of January with 6.58.
So let's both review and take a look at some new information on field areas.
まずこれまではスクリーンショット等々でしか出せなかったものをまとめてですね、既存の情報公開した部分、動画にして、ダイジェスト動画を作ってきましたので、まずはそれをご覧いただきましょう。
So far, we've only been able to show you a few clips and screenshots, but we've put together all the materials we have so far into a collection that we will show you now.
それでは、どうぞ。
Cool. Absolutely incredible. This stuff's all new engine, right? Because a lot of these screenshots they've already shown us when they talked about the difference in the amount of ground. That's new. That's new grass.
New grass, baby.
That's not as impressive, but that.
I love the music.
Thank you.
さてさて、かなり冒険のイメージ多いですね。自然地形、そういった数々ご覧いただきました。
It's like if
So we've
Amarang was in
taken
New
a look
Mexico.
at some natural scenes that really speak of adventure.
ではここからはですね、既存エリアの紹介でしたので、さらに新たなエリアを、ご紹介していきます。
But those were areas you've seen before, so let's look at some that you haven't.
ちょっと今まで見たものとは形状が変わるので、あまりすみません、多くは語れないです。
These are pretty different from what you've seen so far, and for that same reason, we can't tell you a whole lot about them.
その点すみません、ご了承ください。
Please understand.
まずはすみません、いきなり動画からいこうと思います。
We'll start with a video.
どうぞ。
Wow. Wow. Is this ASEAN built?
Is this Elegance? No. Like
Dungeons?
Like if we went back, like how far back would we have to go for this?
This almost has a Phantasy Star Online vibe to it. Final Fantasy 14 Cyberpunk 2077 edition. Turns out we've been in a simulation this whole time.
Are we on another planet? I have so many questions.
Wow.
CD Projekt 14.
突然の絵代わりに会場騒然としておりますが。
What is it?
Yeah, so that was a pretty sudden change
What is
of
it?
rules there.
こちらのエリア、ちょっとね、動画の方では本当オブジェクト全然出せない、ネタバレが強くて出せないんですが、エリアの名前をソリューション9と言います。
We really can't show you a lot of specific objects from this area because it would be spoilers, but we can tell you it's called Solution 9.
Solution number
9
9.
も、プレイヤーの、皆さんが滞在する大都市がトライアラだとすると、こちらショータウンの状態になってます。
This too will function as a town, much like the player hub of Tuliolal.
ではちょっと
Two-player towns?
だけ説明をしておきましょう。
I will explain it just a little bit.
Yeah.
トライオラとは全く異なる文明によって築かれた摩天楼都市となっています。
So this has been constructed by a totally different civilization than Tuliolal.
そんなの見たらわかるよっていう話だと思うんですけど。
I think you can probably tell just by looking.
名前の由来はですね、すみません、いろいろご想像ください。ちょっとだけスクリーンショットもお見せします。
But maybe have a think about why it might be called Solution 9. And we have one more screenshot to show you.
I have so many questions.
Yeah.
もう今まで皆さんが思い描いてきた黄金のレガシーのイメージがガラガラと音を立てて崩れ去っていく感じがしますね。
I feel like we are loudly destroying any mental image you might have had for Dawntrail right now.
すみません、ちょっと先ほど言いましたオブジェクトとはね、ネタバレが強いので、いろいろちょっと削除したスクリーンショットになってるんですけど、実際にはいろんなオブジェクト存在してます。
Like I said, we can't really show you specific objects in this setting because it would be a spoiler, so we've kind of erased them all, and this is just the background.
ビルなのか、
Are we at a different point in time?
Yeah, like are we going
かなり
that
雰囲気が
in
今までと異なってます。
But are these buildings? Is this a facility? In any case, it's quite different from what we've seen.
先ほどもお伝えした通り、このソリューション9、プレイヤーの皆さんのショータウンでもあるので、かなり施設や設備の多い場所となっています。
But as I mentioned, it will be a player hub, so you can expect a lot of different facilities and features there.
どんな物語になるのか、そもそもここはどういった場所なのか、これまでの今までのね、6.X シリーズまでとも異なる雰囲気での冒険、いろいろご想像ください。
But you know, as for what this place actually is, what sort of story will take place here, you'll just have to imagine for yourself something that is quite different from what we've seen thus far up to 6.X.
ではもう少しだけ新しいエリア紹介していこうと思います。
And I'll show you
You
one
think
more
it's a
area
reflection?
now. こちらはアートワークとなっています。
This is the concept art.
こちら新たなエリア名ヘリテージファウンドと言います。
And this area is called Heritage Found.
We're gonna suplex that train?
Now we're like under that city.
もう謎しかない、
The fancy city.
It's pretty mysterious.
蒸気機関を持ったような列車が走ってます。
There seems to be a steam-powered train.
まあしかもこれアートワークですけど、手前と奥とで異なったね文明が混ざってるように見えますが、こちらは一つのエリアの中になってます。
It looks like we're underneath
And it
that
certainly
city.
looks like the stuff in the foreground and the stuff in the background were constructed by different civilizations, but this is all one area.
異常なほどですね、奥側電気に満たされた地域になってます。
This area is absolutely replete with lightning energy.
ではここからはですね、ちょっともう説明ができないので、スクリーンショットだけちらちらお見せします。
But I can't really give you any more explanation than that, so we'll just take a look at a few more screenshots.
なので 7.0 黄金のレガシーにはいろんなエリアが出てくるよと思っていただければ。
Old Midgar and Neo
You'll
Midgar.
just have to take this in the spirit of there are a variety of areas coming.
ではまず
A variety. I like the theme aesthetics.
もうまあこれまでね、自然地形とか荒野ばっかり紹介してきたんですけど、まあこういった地域もあって複数の文化というのが混在しています。
Yeah, but I see
So
what I
far we've
would
shown you a
call,
lot
I
of
guess those are
fields and
trees.
natural scenery, but as you can see here, there's also these very unique areas with cultures intermingling.
なんとなくね、ガレマール帝国っぽいイメージにも見えなくもないんですけど、ちょっと違いますね。
It looks a little bit like Garlemald, but not quite.
ガレマールだと黒と赤だもんな。
And Garlemald was very black and red.
そして2枚目、奥に見えるのは先ほどのアートにも見えていたタワーなのか何なのか。
In our second screenshot here, in the background, you can see that same thing, whatever it is, a tower maybe?
まあ、こういった地域だとしても、人々は、ここでたくましく力強く生きています。これらはダンジョンではなく、
Man, like this is unexpected. I did not expect any of this.
But even in an area as strange as this, we have people living their lives. This is not a dungeon.
なんかここで釣れる主どんなやつなんだろうなって想像すると。
I wonder what kind of big fish you can fish up here.
そして最後、こんな場所もありますというのだけお伝えしておきます。
There's also this, and that's all I'll tell you.
まあとにかくですね、7.0 黄金のレガシー、いろんなものを詰め込んだ拡張になっています。どんなエリアなのか、何が待っているのか、いろいろご想像していただければ嬉しいです。
But what we've shown you is that Dawntrail will have a variety of areas and things to experience, so let your imagination run wild.
さあ、ではエリアの紹介をしましたので、こちら友好部族、この地域に住まう部族たちのおさらいをまずはしていこうと思います。
But now that we've talked about the areas, let's talk about the people who live there who might become your potential allies.
これまでにエル族、それからモブリン族を紹介してきました。
We've already introduced the Pelu and the Moblins.
もともとですね、この地域、巨人族文化も強く根付いており、オールゼアとは異なる夜深い族という巨人たちも見受けられます。
So in this area, there is a deep-rooted culture of giants, though they're not called giants, they are called the Yokhui.
バヌバヌ族にも似た姿のちょっとねカラフルな種族ですが、ハヌハヌ族と言います。
We also have these colorful folks who look quite similar to the Vanu Vanu, and indeed they are called the Hanu Hanu.
Vanu Vanu Hanu Hanu.
プロデューサーレタライブとかでも話すとき、吉田滑舌悪いなって言われそう。ハヌハヌ族です。
I like that instead of rendering 3, they just use the same one 3 times.
They are called the Hanu Hanu.
Yeah.
そして何よりですね、今回やっぱり注目なのはこちら、さまざまマムージャたち登場してきます。
But the most important part of this are the Mamulja.
トライオラを収めている相当の2つの、ね、頭を持つマムージャ、グルージャジャを筆頭にですね、数多くのマムージャ族が登場してきます。
The most prominent example is, of course, the current ruler of Tuliolo, the two-headed Gulul Jaja, but there are plenty of other Mamulja of all shapes and sizes.
まあここでちょっとスクリーンショットで紹介しているのは、まあその一部になりますが、多様な、部族が登場して、 物語の中でもその部族同士の多くの価値観というのが、物語上提示されていきます。
What we're showing you in the screenshot is but a small sampling. In the story, I think you'll find that the Mamulja are very diverse, including their perspectives and values.
彼らと光の戦士である皆さん
Their
が出
eyes
会い、
range from
ど
like
のような目的
jelly
を
beans
進んでい
to
くのか、
like
そしてプレイヤーである
mangoes.
皆さん自身が今回の物語からどういったものを感じ考えていただけるのか、僕自身も非常に楽しみにしつつ制作を進めています。
I'm really looking forward to seeing how meeting the Momolja will change your adventure, and also how you specifically will feel about them and what you will take from this story.
さてさて、じゃあここからはですね、各種システムのアップデート、それからコンテンツについて、お伝えしていきます。
So now let's move on to system updates and more details about the individual content.
現状お伝えできる最新の情報をすべて盛り込んで 7.0 全体をお話ししていこうと思います。そして 7.x シリーズにも触れていきます。
So we will be giving an overview of all of 7.0 as well as 7.x, including as much new information as we can share right now.
まあすみません、まずは何度もお伝えして恐縮なんですが、ついに皆さんのレベルキャップが100になります。
Level cap.
As we've said a few times, the level cap will be raised to 100.
It just feels weird to me still.
Q14 からやってるよという方、どれぐらいいらっしゃいますか？
How many of you have been playing since 1.0?
お、ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
皆さんとはね、足掛け13年以上の旅路になりました。
It's been more than 13 years together.
うわ、すごい。コメントでもたくさんね、手を挙げていただいてます。本当にありがとうございます。皆さんのおかげでね、我々今、こんな場所で各章についてお届けできているので、本当にありがとうございます。
Thank you all so much. We've gotten to this point because of you.
もちろん、申請スタートのタイミングから始めてくださった方、まあ最近始めてくださった方も含めて、
2.0ers can screw off. You didn't help at all.
我々開発チームの長い
Only to propel it
10
forward.
年あったと思うので、
Keep in
そ
mind,
の
I
果て
paid
に
a
です
sub
ね、
for
つい
every
に
month I
レベル
played.
キャップが
But
3桁になると、
screw
長
off.
く続けられないと到達しないので、
It's all about us
本当にありがとうご
1.0s.
ざいます。
Of course, all of you who joined from 2.0 and those of you who have started playing recently as well are equally important. We could not have gone on this long, long journey of 10 years without you and reached this milestone of a 3-digit level cap.
Equally,
では
Brandon.
今日
Brian.
お伝えし
Equally.
た
Note that. Equally. I mean, you got your own paragraph, and I got
Now I'm
grouped-
angry.
I got grouped in with even people who maybe even haven't tried the game yet. But
So including
Equal.
Pictomancer that we introduced today, as well as Viper, we will have 2 new jobs in 7.0.
ちょっと質問してみようかな。
So let's
バイ
ask.
パーやるぞっていう方、
Well, we know
Who's
there's a
gonna
new
play as
limited job
Viper?
coming out, so I don't know if we'll see Puppet Master or
3
Why not?
割、4割ぐらい。
Maybe
ありがとうございます
25-30%? Yeah.
ピクトマンサーやるわっていう方。
Who's going to play Pictomancer?
多いな。
Wow, there's a lot of you.
I mean, I'll Omni, so I'll
いや
have
い
it.
やいやいやいやいやいや、何言ってんだよ。結局全部やるんだよ
I'm
っ
not
て
going
い
to
う
stop
人。
now.
Who's going to play everything?
当然やろうみたいな感じでありがとうございます
I'm。not even sure I
Everyone's
like it
like,
yet,
yeah,
but I'll
obviously I'm
cap
going
it.
to do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
コメント
I
で
guess
も
you'll
そり
find
ゃ
out
そう
if you
だろう
like it by capping it.
Of course.
まずはピクトマンサー、バイパー、どっちもやる。結局全部やるって書いていただいてます。ありがとうございます
A。lot of folks saying, I'm going to do both. I'm going to play them all. Thank you so much.
まあ新ジョブだけじゃなくて他の、既存ジョブに関しても、ね、レベルキャップ開放された新たなアクション追加されますし、大きなメンテナンスが入る場合もありますので、既存のジョブもですね、
You know who I feel bad for?
アップデートしていこうと思い
All
ま
the
す。
people who think it was
Of course, it won't just be our new
Geomancer for this
jobs,
expansion
with the
and
level
all the
cap being
previous
raised, we will be
expansions.
adding
They're
new
holding out the hope,
actions and
baby.
updating
They'll
our
never let
previous
it
jobs as
die.
well.
Those are the
で
real
は
heroes. They've been supporting a game and
続
don't
いて
get
バトル
anything
コ
they
ンテン
want.
ツ、ちょっと基礎バトルコンテンツ、新情報も含めてですね、いろいろお話ししていこうと思います。
But it's in
So
the
let's
game,
talk about the
Chris.
core
It's
battle content, including some new info.
もうこの辺り、今表示されているものは
Geomancer Hopium
今
is
回もしっかりありますよと
absolutely
いう
in
ことを
overdrive.
お伝えするだけです。
Of course, as far as everything on this screen goes, we just want to let you know that we will, of course, be adding more of these.
Check.
もちろん多数の新ダンジョンご用意してあります。
We're gonna get a dungeon
And of
at
course, we'll
91,
be having
93,
many new
95,
dungeons.
ダン
97,
ジョンの制
99,
作非常に順調に進んでます。
2 at 100,
The
and one every
progress on
patch.
dungeons is going quite well, actually.
今回はですね、その制作が進んでいて、ストーリーのネタバレにならないものを動画としてちょっと編集してまとめてまいりましたので、ご紹介したいと思います。
I'd like to show you a video. This is of the dungeons that are well underway, and also that will not be spoilers for you.
All right, no spoiler dungeons.
Keep in mind, if you think these are spoilery, in Yoshi P's words, he always says, well, then you should see what we could have done. Because he said that in previous expansions. This is nothing. Because he showed us Garlemald before 6.0, and he goes, nope, you don't even know.
You don't even
You
know.
don't even know. Big ladder. Okay. Ooh.
I like that cave look. Yep, there's that.
What is it?
Whatever this Solution 9 is.
Are they Garlean? Like an alternative splinter organization of the Garleans?
まあ、そけんの方からも言われてますが、まだ曲はモックアップなので、これが最終クオリティだと思わないでねって言ってると思いますんで、お伝えしておきます。
I will tell you I have a message from Soken, which is that this version of the music is just a draft. It's not done yet.
制作の方非常に順調に進んでおります。いくつかのダンジョンはですね、僕の、一時チェック、道中チェック、完了しているものももちろん出始めております。
But our progress with the dungeons really is proceeding well. I've gotten to the point of my first stage of quality checks on some of them.
続いて、ちょっと敵側のことを見ていこうと思います。
I'd also like to take a look at a few enemies.
I assume we're going to fight that big dragon.
すでにご紹介したバリアルランダやエリミネーターと、
That is the middle enemy there looks so phenomenal.
So we have the ones we've introduced so far, Valigarmanda, Eliminator, and there are also some interesting monsters outside of the major bosses.
ちょっと筋トレしすぎた感ありますよね。
I like that gorilla
this
garlic
thing looks
cactar.
like it lifts, perhaps too much.
なんというか、なんていうんですか、筋肉質なサボテンダーに見えるんですけど、どうやら名前はバレルテンダーというらしいです。
So this super buff Sabotender is called the Garal Tender.
めちゃくちゃなパンチドーンしてくるイメージしかないですよね。
I can't imagine it will do much rather than just punch the heck out of you.
まあ NPC だけでなくね、こうした新たな生態系というのを持つモンスターとの出会いというのも拡張パッケージの魅力の一つかもしれません。
I think it's not just the NPCs in the new environment that are exciting. Part of it is experiencing these unique monsters as well.
そしてもちろん強敵と戦う上でですね、コンテンツサポーターに関してもアップデートが行われます。
And of course, while you're fighting, you will want these duty support updates on your journey.
今回クルルがピクトマンサーにジョブチェンジしておりましたので、
Mix and match would be mind-blowing.
Mix and match.
Now, it should support up to 8, because it sounds like he wants to go back and add trials this expansion.
To
Maybe
Pictomancer, I feel
24.
like she will be making her duty support debut.
Great.
Trials of duty support.
Do we have to give somebody up?
Congratulations, Kryle.
ちょっとね、僕クルルさんにはちょっと大きな歌詞が1個消せないやつがずっとあるんで。
I have a lot of feelings about Kryle.
歌詞じゃない、仮だった。もうやばいのが1個あるんでね、もうちょっとずつ恩返ししていこうかなと思ってます。
I feel I really owe her one, so let's use this to pay her back.
コンテンツサポーターたちはストーリー上でのボスとの戦いというのでも、しっかり活躍してくれることと思います。
I think you'll find these updates very useful when progressing through the story.
Okay.
では続いて多数の 装備、それから新し
They
い
did
ク
a
ラフト
mix and
と
match,
いうも
man.
の
That
が
would
やっぱ
that
各
would be
種パッ
such a
ク
good
パッケージなので大量に
good
登
That would
場
have
し
been
ます
such a great moment
Of
to
course, as
drop
it's an
that it's going to
expansion, we
support
will have a lot of new gear and
eight
SKUs.
man's,
今
24
回
man's
拡張
mix and match.
7.0で新たに登場する新装備というのは全て第一次グラフィックスアップデートの仕様によって最初から豪華に作られていますので 7.0 の新装備のクオリティというところにもぜひご注目ください。
So all of the new gear that is implemented in 7.0 will have the graphics update applied to it. So definitely
dual
take a look
channel.
at that quality once you get in game.
では開発中ではありますがスクリーンショットいくつか持ってきたのでご紹介します。
These are still in development, but we did bring a few screenshots, so let's take a look.
こちら左から召喚士、侍、剣
Leather looks good
ガ
on
ン
the
ブレ
right.
ーカーとなってますね。
Right, so from the left, we
I like the
have
Christmas
Summoner,
caster
Samurai, Sage, and
summoner.
Gunbreaker.
どうしてもスクリーンショットでは分かりにくいんですが今回それぞれのパーツに異なる素材感というそれから質感シワの入れ方っていうのまで相当こだわって作ってます。
It's a little bit hard to tell from the screenshots, but each element of these outfits, in terms of textures, quality, and details, are really much improved.
今回は特に布系の質感というのがですね非常に豪華になっているのでちょっとご注目いただければと思います。
I think especially the quality of the cloth really stands out.
手に入れた際にはですねぜひ、冒険ゆっくり一段落してからでいいのでじっくりちょっと装備というのも見ていただけると、開発チーム喜ぶと思います。
Of course, over the course of your adventure, once you have time for a break, I hope you'll take a close look at this gear. That would make the devs really happy.
そしてこちら飛行
Oh,
士
the metal looks a lot better up
先
close
生術師
with
そ
the
して
paladin up front.
ナイトです
So here we have
I'm still
Machinist,
impressed with the leather.
Reaper,
I think the leather really shines.
Astrologian, and Paladin.
Yeah.
So that
光の
Astro
当た
does
り
look
具合だ
velvety.
とあれですね飛行士のあたり
Yeah, he does look
分かり
velvety
やすいかもしれないですねクオリティ
with the
I
hat
think
too.
the quality might be easiest to see with the Machinist.
Yeah, I think the leather really stands out.
これら装備はブラッシュアップ
There's
それから
something about that
調整というの
semi-gloss
をリリー
that's hard
ス
to do.
ギリギリまで、
Yeah.
続けていきます
And we will continue brushing up and improving this gear right until release.
もちろん、ジョブ専用装備だけでなくおしゃれ装備というところにもご注目ください
Of course, it won't just be job gear. We'll also have plenty of fashionable gear for you as well.
では装備もちらっとね、ご紹介しましたので次の項目進みたいと思います
All right, so let's move on.
Can Paladin get a set that's not silver blue or light? Keep in
新
mind
た
we
な
have dual dye
生
channels
活系
next
の大
expansion.
規模コンテンツやりますよと
The new
いうお話
lifestyle
をさせてい
content.
ただいてました
We have told you that there will be expansive new lifestyle content.
企画内容はですね固まりましたので
From a multiplayer
ちょっと
perspective.
コンセプトアートをご紹介
Just
して
from
いきたい
total
と思いま
expansion.
す
And finally, our
picture.
plans have come together, so we do have concept art of that to show.
Oh, cool.
こちらです
Hey, the moon, baby.
またどこ行くんだよっていう感じなんですけど
Wow, where are we going now?
ご覧の通りですね次なる大規模生活系コンテンツは
Are we gonna
様々な惑星に
build
訪れてい
a
ただ
city
き
on the
ます
moon?
That's what I
So as
think.
perhaps
That'd be
you
awesome.
can guess, the next lifestyle content will take you to various different planets.
Oh,
一つの星だとね
different planets?
なんか
Oh, I was hoping we were building moon housing.
今回絵代わりっていうとこ
Oh
ろも
man,
考えて
I thought we were moon
いろんなシチュエーション
restoration.
の惑星にちょっと行っていただこうかなと思ってます
God, I
If
was
it's
hopeful.
just one, you wouldn't get much variety in the scenery, so we thought we'd give you a bunch, so
A
you could
bunch
get
of
a
new
sense of
planets.
progress.
That's
えー
so wild.
なんかね
And we have a spaceship, so I guess it
ワ
kind
ー
of
ルド大
checks
陸で冒
out.
険だとか言ってるのに
That somebody would be
じゃあちょっと
curious.
あの星行ってきてもらえるかなみたいな
You're thinking, oh, all right, let me go on an adventure to the continent of Tural, but let me just pop over to this other planet also.
こちらのコンテンツタイトルこのようになっていま
Like a
す。コスモ
diadem.
エクスプローラーと言います。
The name of this content will be Cosmic Exploration.
Cosmic
こちらのコンテン
exploration.
ツはですね、ソロで
Can I
もちろ
build
ん
a
参加
ship?
することはできますけど、皆さんで力を合わせて発展させていくものになっています。
You can, of course, play this content solo, but it's really intended for everyone to work together to make progress.
この向かう先エリアっていうのもですね、 パッチアップデートが進んでいくことによってテーマとする惑星が変わっていきます。
And with each update, the star that you were working on will change.
どんな惑星をこう巡っていくのか、
Is everybody working on their own stars? Is like
待ち受けているのか。
Sanctuary?
メインクエストとは異なりますが、パッチ 7.X シリーズ順次こう展開されていく、長期間のコンテンツになっていますので、ぜひご注目ください。
It'll be a little bit different than the main scenario, but definitely keep an eye out for this and think about what kind of places you'll visit and what will happen there.
あれですね、セイントセイヤの話をしている人が多いですね。
A lot of people talking about Saint Seiya.
もうコスモって言ったらもう世代によっ
It
ては
sounds like the diadem portion of restoration
To most of us, if we say the word
with an
Cosmo, we
island
think of Saint
sanctuary
Seiya
like
in a certain
what was the
generation.
燃やしていきましょう。
Let's go.
さらなるこのコンテンツの詳細はですね、今後またプロデューサーレターライブなどで、順次お伝えしていこうと思います。ご期待ください。
We will tell you more about this content in PLLs coming up.
All right.
さあ、続いてはこちら。
Remember, there's no PLL
新
this
た
weekend,
なアライアンスレイドについ
which
てで
is
す。
weird.
Next, about our new Alliance raid.
前回こちらですね、アライアンスレイドどうなのかというところは、
I like it.
MMORPG と
I
しての
like
大
it.
先輩でもあり、運営開始からね、なんと21年を誇るファイナルファンタジー11をテーマにした内容でお届けしてまいります。
So as we've told you before, this Alliance raid will be based on FF11, who is our great senpai in the field of MMOs, having been running for 21 years now.
今、開発制作を進めるにあたっていろんなコンセプトアートやイメージアートを進めているところなんですが、1枚ちょっとご紹介させていただこうと思います。
We've been progressing on this development, and so we have various concept art, of which we'll show you one today.
Yeah.
これ、ご存知ですよね。
Oh, some of you know.
11を多分やってる方はご存知かと思いますが、こちら闇王と呼ばれる存在です。
Those of you who played FF11 will probably know, but this guy is called the Shadow Lord.
どんな登場をするのか、それから他にね、どんなボスとかキャラクターが登場してくるのか、ストーリーはどうなるのか気になる部分多数あるかと思います。
Darkness.
I'm sure you're very interested to know how he shows up, what other characters you'll see, and what the story is overall.
こちらもですね、プロデュースされたライブで詳細ね、さらに近づいてきたらお伝えしていきますが、このエコーズ・オブ・バナディーグ、パッチ 7.1 からスタートしてまいりますので、パッチ 7.0 終わって、こちらまたね、注目していただければと思います。
So we will give you more details in future PLLs, but for now, just know that Echoes of Vanadil is coming from 7.1.
Correct. 7.1, 7.3, 7.5.
Yep. Not at launch.
Here will come 0.0, 0.24. Keep in mind, Savage will be delayed.
And we have another new story coming with the 8-man raid.
さあ、こちらもですね。
And for anybody that's been away from the game, we also now delay Savage on the off patches, just not as long as we do on the expansion.
We have a concept art for that as well, so let's start by taking a look.
What?
拡張パッケージのね、アートとかけ離れすぎて
They're giant computer fans. In cyberpunk land
and neon
from our art for the expansion in general.
GPU って言ってる。
Is this a GPU or what?
It looks like a GPU.
グラフィックボードが起立してるって言ってる。
I definitely see a graphic board in there.
Twitch と YouTube、特に Twitch が
Shrunk the Raiders.
すごい型番めっちゃ連呼してますねみんな。
You all know a lot about this hardware.
一体どこなのかね、何なのかさっぱりわかんないと思います。
But what is this? I'm sure you have absolutely no idea.
でも皆さんグラボっぽいなって言ってるやつ、あれがレイドの舞台です。
But that thing you think looks like a graphics board, that is actually the stage for our raid.
冷却したくなるって言ってる。こちらレイドタイトル決まっております。
It's going to blow my mind.
The raid title has been decided, and it is
四天の座アルカディアというシリーズが、こちらレイドタイトルとなります。さて、どんな物語になるんでしょう。
The Arcadion. What sort of story will it be, I wonder?
こちらもですね、レイド
Can we pick a letter we haven't
の新
used?
キャラクター登場予定となっています。
Of course, there will be a myriad new characters coming with this raid.
物語はですね、ファイナルファンタジー14完全オリジナルストーリーとして、今制作
There's
が進ん
26
でおり
letters,
ま
guys.
す。
And the story itself will be a complete FF14 original.
もちろんですね、ストーリーを進めていく、難易度ノーマルと、難易度が高い例式、それぞれちゃんと用意してあります。
Of course, we will have the normal mode for you to enjoy the story, as well as the higher difficulty Savage.
パッチ 7.0 リリースから、おおよそ1ヶ月ぐらいで、ノーマルと例式と順次公開していく予定ですので、ぜひ楽しみにお待ちください。
We will be releasing normal and Savage in sequence about 1 month after 7.0.
同時だとね、焦っちゃうんでね。はい。
If it was at the same time, you'd feel rushed, I think.
さあ、では、8人レイドご紹介しましたので、
So that is our 8-person raid.
高難易度のレイド大好きだっていう方ってどれぐらいいますか？
last year.
And who likes the highest difficulty raids?
The expansion cannot come out before May 31st, according to my math, which means we are going over a year between Savage tiers.
次は新
It's
たな
normally 2 weeks
説に関してのお話で
to
す。
the raid drop.
And we will have a new ultimate raid.
次なるですね、説も現在企画制作順調に進んでおります。
The planning and development for this is already moving along.
Final Fantasy's gonna wait like 14 months.
今回何がテーマになるかと言いますと、
As for the theme,
何でしょう。
what will it be?
聞いてみよう。ゼノス。
Xenos.
Historically, it's been 2 for normal, 2 for
どうですか？
Savage.
どなたか。
To wait a month is a long time.
死生獣。なるほどね。順番に来とるやんと。なるほど。うんと言ってますね。死生獣ね。死生獣以外で何かありま
You're
すか？
thinking we're going to go in order of?
エデン。なるほど。エデンね。
Eden.
エデンね。
Eden.
次なる
Chill
別
note.
コンテンツは希望のそのエデンの
That's a
とあ
big
る
deal.
ストーリーをモチーフとした内容になります
That's。gonna be a good one.
So part of the story from Eden will be our theme.
That's gonna be a
こ
good
ちら
one.
のアートを見覚えもちろんありますよね、光の戦士の皆さん。
I'm sure you remember this art.
レイドタイトルは
That's gonna be a good one.
説もう一つの未来という名称に
Futures
なりました。
Rewritten
So the
Ultimate.
title will be Futures Rewritten.
I still want Mugamog.
この名称ですね、パッチ 5.4 のパッチタイトルにもかかってます。イメージアートもその時のものです。
As you know, this is also the name of patch 5.4 and along with its art.
今でもですね、非常に人気のあるストーリーとそれからキャラクターたち、ごめん、それらをですね、モチーフにどんな戦いとかシチュエーションが待っているのか、
That's my
ぜ
first
ひで
Savage
すね、
tier.
レイド好きな皆さんお待ちくだ
Was
さい。
Aiden.
This is even now a popular
do,
story and very popular
like, on pat.
characters. So please look forward to what we will do with them in this raid.
こちらの絶はですね、パッチ 7.1 でリリース予定となっております。
We are planning to release this ultimate in 7.1.
ぜひね、ゆっくりちょっと挑んでいただける
Should
と。
we get a second one in
So we hope
7.3
you'll
if we get
take your
to?
time with it.
さあ、次、コンテンツの継続してアップデートしていきますよというお知らせだけしてお
Ongoing content
きます。
Now just some quick updates on our ongoing content updates.
さまざまなコンテンツアップデートしていきますので、こちら、
We have quite a few things we'll be updating.
Please
これら
tell us
は
about the new limited
7.X シリーズで
job.
も順次アップデートしていきますよというお知らせとして受け取って
Nothing's
お
a
いてくだ
surprise
さい
here.。
So
New
basically,
plans
all you need to
for
know
Deep
is that
Dungeons
we will be
confirmed is good.
updating all of these things over the course of 7.x.
Good.
カットシーンコストの非常に高い某ヒルディブランドさんのシリーズですけど、
We believe we're getting field content for the relic this time, so it's good to see Deep Dungeon make the cut.
になりました。はい。
Hilderbrand is really eating up our budget with his fancy cutscenes, but the development team really wants to do it, so there will be more Hilderbrand.
Okay.
それから PVP のアップデートも本格的にスタートするのは 7.1 からになります。まあ、7.0 はね、皆さんメインストーリーやジョブのレベルアップで忙しいと思うので、7.1 からいろんなものがスタートしていくことになります。
Our major PvP updates will be starting from 7.1 because we feel you have plenty to keep you occupied with 7.0.
それからですね、
Why didn't it say Deep Dungeon update? Why did it say new plans for Deep Dungeon?
Yeah, I hope. I mean, if they repurpose it in some way, that'd be fun.
I wonder if limited jobs can go in.
A lot of feedback on this subject, so we want to talk a little bit about new field operations.
一部ですね、インタビュー等ではちょっとお話ししているんですが、パッチ 7.X シリーズではエウレカとかボズヤに続くフィールドをイメージした探索型の新たな大型のコンテンツも今計画中です。
I've mentioned this a bit in interviews, but in 7.x we will be introducing something in the style of Eureka and Bolsya, a new field operation.
Yes.
多人数で参加してですね、攻略を進
Goodbye,
めていきたい
Tombstones.
遊びとなるように、現在企画を進めています。
This will be something for a lot of players to participate in simultaneously in order to clear.
今後の続報をぜひちょっとお待ちください。
So please wait a bit and we'll give you some more information.
いやでも時代も変わったなと思うんですけど、エウレカを当初ねスタートした時はエウレカの話はもういいよみたいな反応も結構あったんですよ。
Yeah, the times have really changed because I remember when we started with Eureka, everyone was like, "Oh, Eureka."
Yeah, but they'll do the opening ceremonies.
諦めずにですね、しっかり遊びのね、そういった枠の遊びの一つとして、まあアップデートやりきった結果、本当にたくさんの人にね、楽しんでいただけるような。
But it's also again they budget a lot of time because of the translations.
ちょっとね、一回お休みしてましたが、シリーズ、次なる探索型作っていきますので、ぜひですね、一緒に楽しんでいただければと思います。
But we saw it through to the end and we worked hard to develop the content into something that a lot of people ended up enjoying. And we have taken a break for a while, but it will be back now and we look forward to developing more similar field operations.
そしてコンテンツに関してなんですが、もう一個お知らせをして終わっていこうかなと思います。
Okay, just one more announcement content-wise.
New limited job.
欧州ファンフェスでお伝えしました。
Go on.
リミテッドジョブ。パッチ 7.x シリーズのちょっとね後半で。
I would assume something like Pictomancer, but
yeah,
to each their own.
Not Picto. Picto is not limited.
Job released in the latter half of 6.x, 7.x.
The latter half.
ジョブ名だけお伝えしておきます。
Tell us the job.
Today we will tell you just the name of this job.
Yes, 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 yes. Beastmaster!
Yes!
魔術界を実装させていただきます。
Oh, I apologize to headphone wearers.
Oh, and to those puppet masters out there.
ジョブですので、まあ、
Such a classic job.
リミテッドジョブ同士のパーティーでも遊べるような企画というのも今試行錯誤進み始めています。
There it is.
As a limited job, of course, we are proceeding with plans to allow you to play solo or in parties with other limited jobs.
Yay!
Great.
魔術界という名前ですので、何かしらね、こうちょっと収集的な要素もご用意したいと考えていますので、こちらについてもね、7.x シリーズの後半にはなりますが、
Maybe that's the palace updates.
アートとかね出していけるようになったら、続報 PLL 等でお伝えしていこうと思います。
As it is Beastmaster, we are thinking of having some kind of collection feature to go with it, obviously.
Yes.
Once we have art and more information, we will share it with you.
Cool. So they said later half of the 7.0 series, so that this is...
新情報を、まあ、交えながらですね、7.0 とか 7.x シリーズの展開をここまでお伝えしてまいりました。
So that is our updates about 7.0 and 7.x.
第一次次グラフィックスアップデートの進捗状況をお伝えしてまいろうと思います。
But I do also want to take a moment to talk about the graphics update and its current progress.
今回はグラフィックスアップデートもですね、随分大詰め になってきました。今バグとひたすら戦っている。
Now, he said this during the 10-year plan, and a lot of people heard that as it would be completed by
この種
7.0.
族がどうなったのか気になっているかと思います。
So it is proceeding quite well, but as a massive update, we're currently contending with bugs. But I'm sure you want to see how all the different races are coming along.
He also warned us that we may have partial updates installed, so there may be points where as you play through
So I
or you
will
watch
now
somebody.
show you a little bit about each race that you might want to play.
So we might have times where like one NPC is updated and another NPC is not, and they're talking to each other.
So let's start with a Huron Midlander male.
ここからですね。
This better be more than that Lala. That Lala was like.
左側が、今のグラフィックスの状態、右に新しいバージョン、グラフィックスアップデートが入った状態を表示していきますので、ご理解ください。
So on the left, we'll be showing the current or original version, and on the right, we'll be showing the new version with the graphics update.
こちらがユーラングラフィックスアップデート版だとこのようになっています。
So with the update, this hero will look like this.
まずやっぱり髪の毛の雰囲気というのが、まあ非常に正確にあって、
Why even make an announcement? Just say
His
it's
clothes,
going
like
on.
his clothes, have a little bit more texture to it.
各ね、パー
His
ツ
cheeks are
公開
defined.
度
He's
が
got some
され
dimples
てか
now.
なりね見栄えするようになったんじゃないかなと思い
I
ます。
guess.
So as you can see, the hair is a lot more clearly defined, and also the texture resolution is significantly improved.
spent so
and the
long
face
on that
looks more
Lala.
natural now.
I know, right?
まあ繰り返し言ってますけど、もっとなんかギラギラ
It
バ
looks
クバ
better.
クにすることもできるんですけど、まあ皆さんの持ってるこのキャラクターのイメージ、種族のイメージっていうのを損なわないようにしっかりアップデートを行ってます。なので違いがいまいちわからんというのはある意味ちょっと褒め言葉のような気もしてます。
Better lighting.
As I've said before, we could do more, change things more, smoothen things more, but we do also want to keep the image of the characters the same. So honestly, if you think, oh, it doesn't look that different, that's kind of a good thing.
さあそれからですね、各種族初期装備、種族装備ありますよね。
Why did they bring this up?
グラフィックスアップデート対応しています。
Oh my gosh! And if you
Also,
if you
the
feel you
starting
can't see the
gear
difference,
for each
that's
race,
what we were
will
going
be
for.
included in this graphics update as well.
You've waited 2
チェッ
years.
クも僕のチェックも終わり
How
ましたの
long
で、
have I waited
初期装備
You're
upgraded
welcome.
種
textures?
族装備のクオリティアップにもご注目く
They're
ださい。
here.
My
Oh, you
quality
didn't
checks
see
on
it?
that are already done, so
You're
definitely take a
welcome.
look at that starter gear when you can.
続いて、ヒューランの女性です。
Here is the Midlander female.
こちらがですね、現行の状態。
Here's
Try this
the
with your
original.
spouse. If they've asked you to improve at something, say I have. And if you can't tell,
And updated.
you're welcome.
Welcome.
やっぱり髪の毛の質感、それからボリューム表現、かなり異なってます。あと、唇のね、艶表現なんか
I
も。
was going to take the trash all the way out, but I
This
thought it
is
would be
the
too stark
perfect
of a
time for the
difference from when I
meme. Tell
left
me
it
the
inside
difference
myself.
between this picture.
The way that the volume
can't-
is
they're the
portrayed,
same
are quite
picture.
different. And also for each race, we've made some improvements to lip
Oh
shine.
my gosh!
あとはですね、頬に落ちてる影をちょっと見ていただ
It's
けれ
so
ばいいん
subtle.
です
It's
が、かな
so
り自然に
subtle. I love
シャ
it.
ドウ滑らかに落ちるようになりました。
This
And
one's better than the
also,
last
if you take a
one.
look at the shadows on
Because
your
the
her
eyes.
cheeks, you can see that they are much more natural now.
She looks like she put makeup
続い
on.
て
Yeah.
ハイランダー男性です。
Now we have a Highlander male
Please have the scar be removed.
新しいバー
Like,
ジョンがこ
please
ちら。
just
with the
take the
new
scar
version.
off.
まあ、筋
You
肉
hear
の
like
ね、
no
More natural
reaction from the
それ
crowd.
に対
Everybody,
してのこう
they're all
影
like,
の表現、それから
okay.
肌ツヤの光沢みたいなところ、非常にわかりやすいかと思います。
I think the muscle definition, as well as the shadows that go along with it, and the shine of the skin are very clear.
If he
here.
had a
まあ今まではね
beard,
こうテクスチャーで
I would
なんとか
freaking
馴染ま
lose
せ
it.
ていたみたいな部分がより自然な形になったんじゃないかなと思います。
that would be
Yes,
my that would
before
be an
we sort
update
of had
that
a mishmash
I could get
of, textures
excited for
in there, but it's
graphically.
a lot smoother.
Oh,
now.
okay.
Roboting.
さあでは続いてハイランダー女性見てみましょう。
And now for a Highlander female,
こちらが現行の状態。
original
こちらがグラフィックスアップデート版となってい
and
ます。
updated.
まあ、目鼻立ち
She
っていうのが、
looks up
まあ、
to
非
some
常に
mischief.
鮮明になって、例えば髪の生え際なんかもかなり自然になったんじゃないかなと思います。
As you can see, it's become a lot more natural, especially around the hairline.
あとはこう目元の精悍さみたいな
This
と
is
こ
what the
ろ
last 40
より
minutes
は
are,
っき
guys.
りしましたので、
This sums up how I feel about all the people that say graphics updates are going to like save the game or whatever.
And around the eyes are also the features are much better defined, so that will allow you to get a lot more specific in your character creation.
It's just literally the difference of like taking the picture with the light on your phone and like actually using a light.
Yeah.
Like, look at this, guys. Here comes a graphics update.
まあやっぱり目を引くのはね、髪の毛の詳細、それから耳の表現の自然さなんかっていうところが結構こだわりポイントです。
What I would notice most about this is obviously the details of the hair, as well as the characteristic ears.
まああとこの
I'm laughing so hard, like you get that. Like I have a stitch in my side now. It hurts.
Kara. And the crowd goes mild.
非常に滑らかになったんじゃないかなと思います。
The cheekbones as well. We were having some polygon issues before, but they look much better defined.
まあちょっとね若返って見えるかもしれません。
He might look a bit younger and fresher than before.
He does look younger.
続いてはエレゼン女性。こちらが原稿となります。
Here's the original for an Elegance female.
そしてアップデートされたエレゼン女性こういった形です。
The updated version.
Just one of them, I want it to be like a totally different piece.
表示数というのが増えたことによって滑らかになって、
she's black now.
以上にですねイメージを保ちつつ、
And now
definitely
she's playing female Roth. You can buy Fantasias on the store.
So with the increased poly count, I think it's become a lot more natural, and it should be
The
easier
leather
for you
looks
to get
so
a
much
sense
better.
of
Yeah,
realism
the
with your
leather looks
character
They should have
so
just
much
taken
better.
a square of leather and a square of leather. Like
あ
this
とは額
doesn't
あ
do
たり
them
のやっぱり
favors.
こうセルフシャドウですね。自分の髪の毛が自分に落ちるこうセルフシャドウが
Also, why
ちょっと
show
ね
so
こう処
many
理
of
が
these?
しきれない状態でちょっと浮
Pick
い
the
て見えるん
best
ですけど、
two.
この影のセルフシャドウ
Just
のあた
show
りがかなり
100
自然
people,
に
and any of the
なったん
ones
じゃない
that
かなと
they
思い
can't
ます。
immediately tell the difference. Scratch that.
Previously, the shadow with the
And the
bangs
metals too,
was
yes.
not very natural, but now it is much improved.
あとはこれちょっと素材感の話が分かりやすいんですけど、
Yeah, that's where we
装
noticed
備
it
の
more.
首
Like
元のレ
The
ザーをちょっ
leathers
と見
look
ていただ
so
く
good. I
と、
thought it on the gear
め
too.
ちゃめちゃそのグラフィックスアップデート版革の模様が
And the grass, like in
表
the
面
background, like
背
the
表が
grass
ちゃ
in
んと
their
書き
when
込ま
they
れ
show
てるという
cities
か
makes a huge
見えるか
difference.
と思います。
You can also see if you look at the collar of her gear, you can see the improvement to the material quality of the leather.
これはグラフィックスアップデートされている装備にはやっぱ革の表現もこれ一つじゃないので、同じ革だとしても
Every
いろん
live
な革
letter
の
is now
表
either
現
going to have
今
the
回出て
30
きます
minute
ので、革や布
them
その素
selling
材
us
感ぜ
stuff
ひ注
or
目してみ
30
てくだ
minutes
さい。
of
With this update, it's not
Before.
just like there's
Yeah.
leather that has
Before.
a singular texture. There are a lot of different
After
qualities
before.
of leather that we were able to portray, and cloth as well. So definitely take a
After.
close look.
では続いて、元からイケメンの代名詞であるミコって男性です。
So these
Female
are
Roth is
classic
just black
pretty
on the left
boys, the male
side.
Mikote.
Because there's didn't exist originally.
Pretty
Nothing.
good looking already.
After, you're welcome.
こちらがアッ
Here
プ
you
デート版とな
go.
ります
This is the updated version.
I do wonder if the face is so much
ここが
flatter on the female Roth because they're trying to
ツ
prepare
ヤ
for
とか
headgear.
ですね、
Yeah.
'Cause it's a
髪の毛の
drastically
ふんわりした
different head
雰囲
shape.
気、目元のこういうシャープさっていうところがよりこう皆さんね調整して生きやすくなったんじゃないかなと思います。
But the lip shine, the
looks better.
hair, and its sort of fluffy texture.
This one's way better than the
and
first image they
sharpness
showed.
around the
It's
eyes
getting
are
better
all
as it
improved
goes.
with
It's
this new
improving in
version.
real time.
In real time.
ラハ
AI
が
is working
さらにイケメンになってしまう
overtime.
ので
I think Raha's going to be even more of a hottie now.
さあではミコって
Before and after is still them
And
selling
let's take a
us.
look at the Mikote female.
はいこちらが現行版と
Yeah,
な
the
ります
catboy
This is the
crowd
original.
reacted. We
そ
actually
して
that's the
こち
only
ら
one that
が
I've
アップデ
heard
ート版
have a like
です
oh
It's just lighting improvement.
肌の
Like you can see your
褐色
collarbones
という
now.
表
right
現もです
through
ね
through
まあ
increased
単なるこ
pixels
れまでは
and,
ち
you
ょ
know
っと色
so
の
it
調整
it
みたいな
enables
形だ
that.
ったんですがよりこうやってツヤが出せるようにな
And
って
there's more contrast in
環
the
境光が暗い
the
ところ
leather.
だと
Like
本当に潰れてし
just
まっ
the
てたんで
leathers
すけ
just
ど
look so much better.
暗
I
いと
keep
ころ
going
で
back to the
も
leather.
褐色の肌を使ってる場合
Hey,
に
have you
色
seen the
が潰れ
leather?
なく
You
なっ
like
て
just
しっかり
highlight
こ
the
う
leather
肌の
and you
特徴っ
win.
ていうのが今回出せるようになりました
Right. So with dark skin, previously we only had the ability to sort of change the color of your skin. But
yeah, you
now
can
we
see a
have this
texture
improved
shade.
shine and
That's
depth.
nice. That's nice.
So that even if your character is in a dark environment, you will still be able to see the features of your skin.
まあ特に面白いのが東京ドームのバックスクリーンの並んでる映像を見ると、まあ同じライティング環境下なんですけど、もう全然やっぱり鮮明さが右と左で違うのがね。
Somebody's job has been watching the 1,000
Yeah, if
iterations
you look at
between the
the
left
screen on the
image and
back
the right
here,
image.
we have it's the same lighting, really,
Like
but
at even more
it
minor
looks
levels.
totally different.
Yeah.
さあ続いて、こちらルガディン男性です。
Continuing on to a Rugadin male.
I say Rugadin.
Come on, dude.
Rugadin? Have I been saying it wrong this whole time?
This is the updated
Rugadin?
version.
Yeah, Gomen.
もう純粋に全部パワーアップみたいな感じになってます。
I see
I
it
just
way
feel like
more on the
generally we
darker
have powered
skin.
him up.
Yes, because he just said that like we didn't used to have the ability to. So especially in dark environments, darker skin just kind of got left out to dry.
Yeah, so
and the reflections
for
really
the
helped
last
with that.
two, it's like, wow, okay, I can actually see that improvement like immediately as opposed to like, I gotta look at the lips. Like, I'm not really looking at your lips, guys.
But I think that the update has really improved.
Mid-rate. Smell effects are going off. Somebody's now shooting paint everywhere.
さらにね、まあそのフレンドがどういったこう調整してくるのかちょっと個人的に楽しみだったりします。
I have a friend who is really obsessed with Rugadin, so I look forward to seeing how he will adjust his character in light of these updates.
Rugadin?
Yeah, she first said Rugadin.
So a femro is a Rugadin. So it's really a femru.
Femru.
Current?
It's kind of like Scooby-Doo.
そしてアップデートによりこういった形となります。あら、ありがとうございます。
Her eyes like changed
大きな
shape
拍手をいただいてます。
because of the amount of shading they added.
まあルガディン女性やっぱりこう男性と同様にですね、各パーツ制約の多い状態でこれまでね、開発されていた状態でした。
So similar to the males, each part of the female face was really affected.
If you're not wearing leather, the graphics improvement doesn't affect you.
それぞれの精度が非常に今回高くなったことによって、まあなんかパーツ感、オブジェクト感みたいなのが減って、しっかり顔全体馴染むようになったんじゃないかなと思ってます。
But because we've been able to improve each part, they now blend together better. It looks less like they're just sort of a bunch of objects and shapes assembled.
That's the secondary subscription.
肌の表現とか
That's why they still only charge the same subscription they did in 2.0.
肌の透明感みたいなところ何の話してんだ。
Somebody was complaining about monetization in MMOs. I'm like, would you pay a $45 monthly subscription? He's like, hell no. I go, yeah. You think that might be a problem after 20 plus years of $12? He like things got more expensive.
I feel like a makeup commercial right now.
続いてララフェルです。ララフェル男性です。
Next, Lalafell male.
こちらがアップデート版。
And updated.
Our prices went up 4% at work, and I got a negative review filtered up all the way to my director that I
so we actually
was an
tried
unethical
so
and
hard
unprofessional
to, we
person
maybe
for
can't tell the
company-wide
difference.
prices being
ま
altered.
あ紙はね、まあわかりやすいアップデートなんですけど、まあ瞳とか。
Like, what were you unprofessional? I was like, I just told them about the price increase of 5%.
They missed a huge opportunity to literally replace it with a potato right now. Like that would have been such a perfect moment.
Like a high-res 8K photo of a potato. The little like hairs coming out of the little dimples. Like an old potato.
Such
really
a
you can't even eat that potato
opportunity.
We had of Lalafells while still making the individual improvements.
Kugan will come out with a video about this, updating you.
Well, I'm gonna have to edit that. So I'll have to make that as some kind of video. I'm sure people will love
より
that.
自然にしてですね、頬のラインはよりちょっと丸くね、綺麗に出るようにかなり細かく調整してます。3回ぐらいリテイ
I bet if we go out there right now, it's already trending.
So while maintaining this sort of cute and doll-like appearance of the Lalafells, we did make adjustments to the eyelids to make them look more natural. We rounded out the face a bit better. Honestly, it took 3
It's the leather.
tries
The leather's
to
the
go
big
over and
winner.
over this until we got it right.
あとですね、初期装備のちょっと襟元見てください。これまでのこちらもね、素材に比べて
Final Fantasy XIV. Make sure your character is wearing top to bottom leather.
革でしたけど、こちら布で隠れて
Leather all day, baby.
If you take a look at the gear here, you can see that the cloth, similar to the
furries
leather
and
from
leather
earlier,
wearers.
is much improved.
はい、では続いて、ララフェル女性いきましょう。
Now we'll take a look at a Lalafell female.
このようになってます。
The darker the skin color, the better the shading changes look.
ララフェル女性もですね、やっぱり先ほどお伝えした通り、
Like they had one on there that's
男性
like
と同じように
not any form of brown, it's just like
自然さを徹底して
true
愛くるしさを残したまま、さらに細かく
like
キャラメイ
midnight
ク調整で
black,
きる
and it
ように
looks so much
苦
better.
戦してます。
Like the,
As with the
like I
long
know,
felt
like
nails, we wanted to prioritize making them
I wonder
look
if
more
like
natural
blues and
while
stuff look
still
really good.
keeping them very cute and lovable. And we think we've opened up a lot more possibilities for more
Yeah.
delicate character creation now.
まあ、特に今回ね、サンプルとして発色の肌にしてきましたけど、
every 2 years, I surround myself with them
顔の滑らかさ
for
が
3 days.
分かりやすいはずなので、もう比べたら一目瞭然、どれだけやっぱり動かした時に自然に見えるかというところをこだわっていますので、ラルフェル
I
使っ
loved
てる
getting
人
to see some of you guys at FanFest.
So with the dark skin, I think it's
awesome.
pretty obvious
I
the
wish I could've
quality
gone.
of the skin
I had
on
a
the
great
face
time.
and the depth of the structure there. Do
Had
we
a
have a
really
lot of
great
Lolafells
time.
here?
いますよね。いっぱいいますよ
There's
ね。
some, there's some. Oh, yeah, there's quite a bit.
上の方にもたくさんいますよね。
I'm hopeful I have enough PTO from work to maybe go to EU
そうなんです
FanFest
ララ
next
フェル
time.
はもうとにかくもう配信でもいっぱいいらっしゃいますね。
And a lot on the stream as well.
はい、では続いてアウラ男性で
It
す。
would not just require PTO, it also
Next,
require a
an
budget.
aura male.
Oh, this one should look good. See these dark blues
アップデート版となって
with
ま
all
す
those horns.
Yeah.
Oh,
まあやはりこう
so
暗い
much better.
肌
Why
に
did
した
they
時は
show so
まあ
many?
使い
Just
表現
pick
っていう
the
のはめ
best
ちゃくちゃ
2 or
わかりや
3.
すいですし、まあそれから角とか鱗ってい
And say
う
we're working
も
on
のに
many.
関しては皆さんのね、これまで公開してきたもののフィードバックを受けてかなりギリギリまでこだわって調整を続けて
I
お
don't
り
know,
ます
man.
So as you can see, the texture
Because
of
this is
the
not
dark
that
skin
much.
is improved.
There
And
didn't
also
need to
we've
be
been taking
40
on board your
images.
feedback
Yeah.
From what we showed previously.
Because I think
and we are continuing to improve
I don't know,
the
it-
horn and scale.
not committed in this case.
まあより精悍さが増してですね、角とか鱗部分を
Or
本当にね
smaller
テクスチャ
samples,
ー解
just
像
like
度がア
here's a
ッ
piece of
プ
leather.
したものがね、かなり効果的に
Here's
効
a
いてるんじゃないかなと
collarbone.
思います。
I think the texture, the improved textures, really help out with the horns and scales.
これでヨハイさんにもナーマが見つかるといいね。
I have to show them all if people
I hope
complain.
I hope a
I
certain
know you should have
man,
blue-skinned
can find his
Aura,
Nama now
but
that he's,
I play a
graphically
red-skinned Aura.
続いてアウラ
Are the
女性
graphic improvements going to improve mine?
an Aura female now.
こちらが現行版です。
It's the original.
こちらがアップデート版とな
And
り
the
ま
Notice
す。
she had white hair and it looked much better. Will the gray hair also show more detail?
アウラ滑らかなね肌の雰囲気持ってたんですが、それをより滑らかに表現して鮮明でまあ美しくっていうところがポイントです。
So these Aura females already had quite a smooth and delicate appearance, but we think we've been able to improve that even still.
特にアウラはですね、目元、専用のシェーダーと
I
呼ば
never
れて
thought
い
they
る
looked delicate.
専用
I
の
thought it
描
looked
画
like they had something growing on them.
交際だけに
And it does
取り入
look
れて
more
ますの
delicate
で、
now. More
これまで
integrated.
のような雰囲気を再現することもできますし、今回のようにね、瞳をより明確に際立たせるということも可能に
More
なっていま
faint.
す。
We've used some special shaders for the eyes, so while you can still get that look
They
that
should
you're
just
used
made
to, you can also
music
get
and
something
blasted
slightly
through
more
these.
defined
Yes.
in the eyes, like on the updated version example
Yes.
here.
A
It
trailer of
It
these.
could have been a video. Bop,
アウ
bop,
ラ
bop,
を
bop,
使って
bop.
らっしゃる方でですね、
We're
And
gonna
then he could have
break
said,
it
these
down.
are the things that we most
あの
noted
正義
across
のない
those.
こう
We're going to play it one
瞳
more
とい
time
うか
with you.
ね、あれが好きなんだよっていう方いらっしゃるの分かってます。
Because we are aware that among the Aura players, some of you really like that currently dead and soulless eye look that they have.
ちゃんと、パラメータいじれば再現可能になっていますので、チャ
Dead
レン
and
ジしてみてく
soulless.
ださい。
Wow.
If you adjust
Do
your
you guys
parameters
remember when
correctly,
they
you can
talked to us
still
about
get
the shapes
that,
of our
so,
ears
just
for
give
an
it a
hour?
go.
まあぜひ
I
です
think it
ね、
was over an hour.
こだわりのキャラメイク
And I don't
とい
mean
うのを
in
お
game.
楽しみください。
I mean our actual
And in
ears.
general, with all of the races, please look forward to adjusting your character to your preference.
で、そこでキャラメイクなんですけど、
I love this game, and I love these updates. But sometimes I think back to the number of live letters we've
You want
watched,
to get into
and I
character
think
creation, don't you now?
some of this was
ちょっと今条
unnecessary.
件はまだ精査中ですが、プレイヤーの皆さんにですね、
It's all
検討
about
薬一つプ
strategic
レゼントさせ
planning
て
and
いただ
putting
こうと思ってます
information in the right bucket.
We're still working out the details, but I do want to get every one of you a free Fantasia along with this.
Okay.
まあやっ
There
ぱ
we
り
go.
Whoa! I just said no way they do
クオ
that.
リティ高くなるよとは言っても、
Because some
やっぱり
CPA
皆さん
goes,
のキャラメイ
I did
ク
the math on
それぞれ
that.
の その数値が今のアップデートされたバージョンと噛み合うとは限らないので、よりですね、皆さんのキャラクターグレードアップさせていただくためにも幻想薬お配りしようかなと思いますので、ぜひですね、それを使ってこだわりのね、さらに高品質な皆さんのキャラクター作ってみて
Yoshi
く
P
だ
just
さ
gave
い。
away more money than some
Honestly,
Square Enix
even though
titles
the
make.
update will overall raise the quality, there's still the possibility that it won't give you exactly the look that you want right away. So we do want to give you that Fantasia so that you can go into character creation and adjust your character to suit exactly what you imagine.
That's fair.
では続いてロスガルになります。
Next, we have a Rothgar
こちらがアップデートバージョンです。
and the update.
やっぱり最も大きな恩恵はファーシェーダーと呼ばれるもう毛並み専用の、さっきアウラはね目でしたけど、今回ファーシェーダーと呼ばれる毛を
Non-glossy skin, it doesn't make a difference. You want shiny stuff.
14についに実装されましたので、これが一番大きいです。
Similar to how we had these distinctive eye shaders.
Are they going to show
Aura,
original
for
for
the
female
Hrothgar,
Roth?
we have distinctive fur
That
shaders
never
that will
existed.
make their fur more realistic.
これはね、もうすみません、もう触ってもらって動かしてもらうのが一番なんで。
It's better if you can sort of see it for
Like a
yourself.
placeholder image.
はい、続いてビエラ男性
You
で
can
す。
see it for yourself.
And
It's
now
going to be on a
Vieira now.
screen when I play it too.
本当ね
Like it's
完成度
never
高
in
いんですよね、やっ
person.
ぱり。
I mean, already he looks pretty good.
アップデートです。
And the updated version.
もともと完成度は高いんですけど、今回
I
ね
doubt it、gets
我々が
drastically
イメージしてい
better,
た、理想形により近づけられたんじゃないかなと思ってます。
The leathers,
He
guys.
already looked
It's
good,
the
but we think
leathers.
we've brought him closer to our original vision for what the Vieira should look like.
まあやっぱり
You
こ
just
う
gotta
セルフシャドウ
strap yourself all into a bunch of leather.
全然違うのが多分
Head
分か
to
っていただ
toe.
けると思うので、特徴をですねより強
If
く
the
表
gear's
現
not
し
made
て
of
い
leather,
くなっ
take
て
it off.
キャラメイクの幅広がってますので、ぜひ理想のビエラ男性追求してみてください。
So the shadows, of course, are much more natural, and
Those
also
nose.
the
Yeah, I got a little
distinctive
bruised.
features of the Vieira are
That
much
happens
easier
after
to draw
surgery
out now.
sometimes.
So please do go in and make the Vieira of your dreams.
では続いてビエラ女性です。
And now we have a Vieira female as well.
Oh, good.
こちら現行の状態。
That's the original
こちらがアップデートバージョンです。
and the updated.
これだけ、黒いね、かなり
It's down in the
濃い色
collarbones.
まあよりダーク寄り
It's like a
のカラー
Where's
を
Waldo
使
of
っても
changes.
今回のね全体的なシェーダー耐えられるようになってます。
So as you can see, she's quite dark-skinned, and our new shaders can handle that level of dark skin.
正直14このぐらいの暗さの肌とかテクスチャーが一番実は苦手
Says
で
there's an incoming
影に
ad
入る
break.
と
Can I
全
just
部
tell it to go ahead and
潰れて
just
しまっ
do
て
it?
凹凸も分からな
Like,
くな
don't
る
wait
っていうの
5
が、
minutes.
まあ、非常
Just
にね
do
やっ
it
ぱ
now.
開発しづらかったんですけど、今回ここまで表現できるようになってます。
Honestly,
Just burn it,
historically,
Twitch.
14 has been pretty bad in terms of displaying this type of dark skin. You enter a shadowy area and it all.
Do y'all
looks
think
bad and falls
Sony gave
apart.
ABK
But with our new
PS5
shaders, that will
Pro
not be
dev
an
kits?
この状態でも影による陰影、それから綺麗
Thank
に、
you
ね、
for the
感じら
support.
れるようになってますし、唇のね、ツヤなんかもしっかり出てるかと思います。
And even with the already dark skin, you can see the effects of
What do you think,
lighting
Chris?
and shadow are very natural.
I mean, they've got an uphill battle in that negotiation.
続いてなんですが、
And I don't know. Yeah, probably.
染色箇所が
Don't you?
EV にな
The
るとい
question
うお
assumes
話
that
で
there
す。
is a PS5 Pro.
And now also with the graphics update, we will talk a little bit about our 2 die channels.
ちょっとサンプルい
Which I
くつか
have
持
no
ってきました
idea
の
if
で
that's
見てい
actually
こうかと思
a
い
real
ます。
thing. Is
I've
there
brought some
such a
sample images,
demand
so
for a
let's take a look.
PS5 Pro?
これがですね、現状の状態。
Yes.
次が、まあ、
Yes,
今ま
there
で
is.
染色、まあ、このね、ナイトの専用装備だと、布の部分、マントとね、布の
Okay,
部分
one
が
die. This is just like it's always been.
So on the left, we have the
On any
original,
dyeable
and
piece of
then,
gear.
in the middle, we have the
Not
one die
shocking.
channel dye affecting the
Okay.
kit.
で、これ
Here
が
we
ですね
go.、
今
Here we
回、
go. Grab all the
EV
blacks.
Here we go.
染色
Here we
可能に
go.
なるので、
Don't screw
こういっ
this
た
up.
ことがね、
Well,
可能になり
right.
ます。
But now,
There
we'll
we
have
go.
something like this.
Oh, nice. Grab the
まあ、
metallics.
鎧本体の
But
Even
yeah,
better.
if
Even
PS5
better.
Pro
Which
exists,
allows you to color the
Activision
armor
Blizzard
as
has
well.
it. Microsoft has it. They make games for the PlayStation.
続いて、 こちらも見てみましょう。
Okay,
見ま
okay,
しょう。
okay.
こちらがですね、今オリジナルの
Die
状
number
態。
one.
So this is the
You
original
hear that got more
status of
cheering
this
than all
gear.
the face
今
comparisons
まで
combined.
の染色
Yeah.
ですね。
Very good.
革の部分。
Very
黒に
good.
できてた。わかりますね。
And with our current dye capabilities, you can change just the leather color.
まあそれ以外のね、布部分っていうのは
Can I change
染
the
色できなくて白に固定さ
Can I
れてま
change
す。
the handkerchief
However,
on my
the
pig?
clothing itself would always remain white.
それが今回2箇所
It's
染
always
色できるよう
green,
に
and I
なる
hate
ので
that.、
まあこういった色の違いがするように
Yeah.
なります。
But now you
Yes.
can dye both.
Now, I am not a glamour guy. So as a non-glamour
これは
guy,
あの
I will ask
カラー
people
の
on
なんだ
behalf
ろ
of
う
people who are super into glamour.
色
Can I
変化
just
が
have
分かりや
one
すく
plate
して
per
るの
job,
で、
and
なん
that
か吉田
does
センスね
include
えなと
crafters
か
and
思わないでく
gatherers?
ださいね。
All of them. If it
So
has
yes, I
access to
think
a stone,
you can
I
see the
want it.
contrast now, and you
plate.
might be able to judge me for my color choices.
さ
It was asked in an
続い
interview
ても
recently, and he said
こ
they're
ちら
working
が
on
オリ
it.
ジナル装
So
備。
the answer is
Here's
no.
the
But
original for a different
still.
piece of gear.
続いてこちらがね今まで通り、服の部分ですね、
Shirt,
布
good.
の部分染色できました。
And how it looks to dye it right now, just dyeing the cloth bit.
そして今回、
Uh-huh.
染色が鈍いになるのでこういった
Why did the
カラーの
pants
変
change
更が
color?
可能です。
But in the future, this is what it will look like with 2 dye channels.
ただやっぱり
Looks great.
革全
Oh
体、
yeah.
革の部
This
分をですね、
tells me they fixed a lot of the underlying memory issues. Because when people were like, why did they delete belts? So it's like they are out of memory. This is a big problem. And so they've been doing a lot of work behind the
そこ
scenes.
まで巻き込んでできるかというとちょっとそうはならないので、こういった鈍い目がどこが染色できるようになるのかっていうの
In
はすいませ
7.0,
ん。
there'll
うち
be
の
21 jobs plus
チーム
the
の
mage and
センスを
Beastmaster
信じて
and
やって
crafters
く
and
ださい。
gatherers and only 20 plates.
So the reason that the entire leather is not dyed is actually because the middle piece is a different material system-wise than the rest of it. And this is a limitation that we will still have when creating these new gears.
How many Q&As
with
until
the
somebody
dye
asks for a third
channels.
dye channel?
So you'll just have to sort of trust in the aesthetic sense of our design team to make sure that the right
The
parts
very
are
next
being
one.
dyed.
Can you add
まあ、
3
全ての、ね、
dyes?
細かい部位にやっぱり対応できているわけでは
Up
ないので。
next, Q&A. Please don't ask any questions about
限りですね、
Beastmaster
皆さんが
or
しやすく
Glamour.
同一素材の面積
So I
が
have a
多いところをとに
question
かく
that's
ちゃんと染
two-part
色できるよう
on
に今
Beastmaster
す
and
べての装備
Glamour.
に手を入れてますので、少々お待ちください。
It's literally the Twitch chat right now.
But even though we can't promise that you will be able to dye every single bit, we are doing our best to make sure that we are giving you the best options possible to customize your gear as much as possible and with the greatest amount of surface area being dyed. So we are working hard on it, and we thank you for your patience.
Thank you guys for the 50
グラ
likes
フィッ
over
クス
here
アッ
on
プデート
YouTube.
の報告、ファンフェスではね、ここまでなんですが、今後これらの要素はですね、黄金のレガシー発売までの間に、プロデュースされたライブなどをやって、実際実機でね、こう光を当てて動かしたりしながら、またお伝えしていこうと思いますので、ぜひ楽しみにお待ちください。
Oh, there it goes. All right. He froze for a second for me. Okay, Twitch.
That is all we have to share about the graphics updates for today, but I will be giving ongoing updates up to the release of Dawntrail in PLLs and such, so please keep an eye out for that.
Ooh-ah.
すいません、ちょっと水もらえないですか？
Can I get some water, please?
今気づいた、用意されてない。あ、来た。ありがと
Paul
うござい
says,
ます。
well, I need a
あり
new
がとうございます
PC to run with the new graphics
さすが
update.
に口
I don't know what PC you currently have, but they're not
Unfortunately, if you stand up
dramatically
here for this
increasing
long,
the
your throat
specs
will
because
get
it still
dry.
runs on PS4. So maybe.
うまい。うまい。
Oh, amazing.
よいしょ。さあ、では続いて、各種お知らせに入っていこうかと思います。
All right, so let's move on to some more additional
Additional
updates.
で、こ
updates.
こからはですね、この 7.0 黄金のレガシー発売までの間に、行われることをちょっとご紹介していきます。
These updates will pertain to the time period before Dawntrail's release.
Okay.
さあ、まず動作環境の変更がグラフィックスアップデートによって
System requirements.
行われます。
Here we go, Paul.
So we will be having our updated system requirements.
すでにね、お知らせさせていただいてますが、ぜひご確認の上ですね、準備の方よろしくお願いします。
Interesting the space didn't go
We
up.
have
I just
announced it
assumed everything
previously, but
always
if you
went
have
up
not
always.
yet taken a look at them, please do and make sure that your system is up to spec.
PC 環境でプレイされてる方で、やべえ、まだ準備できてないっていう方。
Anyone playing on PC who just realized that they had not yet updated how they needed to?
あら、結構。
That happened last time. There was a lot of people in the community that whatever threshold they crossed last time, it made a big deal. And the time before that was when we went 64-bit, and so I know that made a big difference in a lot of people. So usually what happens is there are people who've been meaning to do it for 2 or 4 or 8, 6 years. And
PC メーカー、それからデバイスメーカーの皆さん
finally the
が
game
協
crosses
賛
the
して
threshold.
くださっており、協賛ブース展開もございます。まだですね、
Does it use 140 today? It said 140 before and 140 after, didn't it?
ぜひ協賛ブースの方にお立ち寄りいただいてですね、PC の買い替えなど、デバイスの買い替えなどご検討いただけると大変嬉しく思います。
Fortunately, we've partnered with several PC and device makers today, and they have a special booth set up so you can look at the equipment.
Okay.
So if you're not yet updated, maybe take a look over there and
I think WoW's over
consider
100.
what upgrades you need.
はい、では続いて、すでに、
Call of Duty's over 100.
何度もしていますが、フリートライアル拡大しております。
As we mentioned previously, we have also expanded the free trial.
すでにね、パッチ 6.5 から実施されてますが、フリートライアルの範囲は 4.0、4.x シリーズへと拡大しています。
When?
We have expanded the free trial through 4.x.
まだですね、14の世界に飛び込んでいらっしゃらないお友達とかね、ご家族とか、興味持ってるよみたいな方を、見つけたときにはですね、ぜひフリートライアルから若葉をこうバッて植え付けて、参加させていただけると嬉しいです。
So if you have any friends or family, or you just run into someone who's like, I was considering playing, please voice this upon them as much as you can.
続いて Xbox、いよいよ Xbox One リリース2月に
February.
Open beta in February. They just announced it in January.
We will be beginning the open beta test in
That makes
February.
sense. 6.58 is January 30th, so put it a week after
But
that.
they tweeted out that it was in January. Just the other day.
2月21日頃 open
Well, the
beta
funny thing about January is sometimes it's in February.
Sometimes it's in February. Okay.
Our current plan is to open beta.
It gets a lot of people, Brian.
Around
I can
the
see why you were
21st.
confused.
Plans could still change
21st of February. Wow.
But that's what
That's
we're
a big
aiming for.
delay.
ぜひですね、Xbox ユーザーの皆さん、プレイの上でですね、この OBT から新たな
If it helps,
7.0 を備えるためにもね、
that's within a couple days of when I originally presented
I really hope that a
that
lot
they
of
would do a
Xbox players
6.6
will
if they
get
did.
started right from beta and join us in 14.
So
Xbox ゲーマーの皆
is
さ
the
んとですね、
.6.
光の選手としてオールゼアでお会いできるのを楽しみにしております。
And I look forward to meeting a lot of Xbox players as Warriors of Light in game.
そして続いては、こちら新たなるクロスオーバークエストファイナルファンタジー16、の旅路、順調にですねもうマスターアップしております。
And we are continuing our development of this new crossover with FF16.
こちら
Obligatory Yoshi P joke.
リリース4月上旬公開予定とさせていただきます。
April. Nice.
So this will be released in early April.
7.0 への期待感がガーッと上がっていくそのちょっと前ぐらいに出していこうかなと思います。
Media Tour is about a month out from the expansion, guys, so that means Media Tour stuff would be at the earliest
報酬ご用意しております。
end of April.
So we are planning to release this just before the hype peaks for Dawntrail. And as we've mentioned previously, we do have quite
I'm feeling
a
pretty
nice
good about
variety of rewards
my
for those
May
who complete
31st
it.
date.
Oh, really?
またファイナルファンタジー16はですね、
I am.
先日 DLC 第1弾も、リリースしてですね、その世界さらに拡大中です。
So and also
Just based on
we
this
have
evening, I
released
wouldn't have
our
before. I
first
would have
DLC
guessed
for
more towards my
16
July
you might
date.
be aware.
ファイナルファンタジー14 7.0 を待つ間にファイナルファンタジー16のプレイもぜひよろしくお願いしますと、ファイナルファンタジー16プロデューサーの吉田さんから、伝言
How
を
great
預
would
かっ
it
て
be?
おり
And
ま
it's like,
す。
speaking of 16, coming to PC in April.
And I happen to have a message from the producer of FF16, someone named Mr.
There it is.
Yoshida.
It was a little
who
late on
says
the
that,
delivery, but I
while you're waiting
expected
for
it.
Dawntrail, you should give 16 a try.
すでにプレイしてくださった皆さんも DLC 含めよろしくお願いしますとくれぐれも伝えてくれともう使っております。
Thanks, bud.
はい。
Couldn't have
And
known
also
without you.
to those of you who are already playing 16, please check out the DLC, and thank you very much.
はい。さあ、なんとかぴったり予定通りに 基調講演終われた気がするので、さあファンフェス始めましょうか。
We're ending right on time. おい、待て待て、吉田さん。
He's got 2 minutes and 35 seconds to stare at us quietly.
何か忘れてませんか？
忘れてる？何か。
Am I forgetting something?
ロス
ロ
え
Something froth
ロスがある。あ、
Rothgar?
ウクラマトの？
Ukramoto, yes.
ああ、
yes,
そうだった。そう、ミコッテだと思ってたんですよ。
But I totally thought Wukumat was the Mikote.
ご覧いただきましょう。どうぞ。
Okay,
look.
female Hrothgar.
Frothgar. That sounds gross, MB. It's really choppy.
That's Final Fantasy 11 vibes right there.
She kind of looks mullety at that angle.
Okay.
Okay, I got it.
ありがとうございます。大変お待たせいたしました。黄金のレガシーでは残る最後の種族であるロスガルの女性をプレイヤーキャラクターとして実装させていただきます。
Thank you. After a long wait, we will finally be implementing the last race.
The last one.
さまざまなねデザイン候補の中から
They say a lot of things,
ス
Chris.
トレートな解釈というのを心がけて強くて
Last one.
しなやかな体育を持つ種族として、今回デザインしてきました。
We did our best to straightforwardly make these as sleek and strong looking as possible.
They look great.
こちら設定ですが、まあイルサバードに由来する種族となっており、ロスガルね、もともとイルサバード大陸に出自を持ってます。
As you know, what we have for the Hrothgar currently is that they hail from Ilsabard.
比較的ね出生率、まあ設定もう出ているので、これまでもお伝えしてきたんですが、女性の出生比率が少ない種族ですが、優れた指導者とか傑物をね輩出しています。
So you will be aware of this from the setting we have in game already, but female Hrothgar are typically rare, but they do have surpassing leadership qualities.
今回の物語に登場するトラル大陸ではですね、ヤクテル樹海が今回本拠地のような形で登場しています。
As far as Toral goes, they have a home in Yaktel.
彼女らとの出会いというのにもぜひご期待ください。
So please look forward to meeting them.
Oh, we will meet many of them.
もちろんね、プレイヤーの皆さんがキャラクターとして、ご自身のね、キャラクターとして選択可能になります。
And of course, you will be able to play as them as well.
種族の追加は
That'd be so funny. Not at launch.
最後にしたいと。
We'll be able to play with them some point during the X
We only allow
series.
so many on the server at once to keep
Making a
them
new
view.
race is
So
really
you have a
hard,
longer
and I
login
have
too.
continually said throughout these 10 years that this will be the last one.
これでプレイヤー種族の
You
追
can
加
log in now
を
if you're willing to play
最後にした
male.
いと考えておりますが、どうなるかはわかりません。皆さん次第です。
And I'd like to say this will be the last one, but perhaps I can't. It depends on you.
はい。
Why would you even invite that? You worked so hard to close that door. You're like, please, nobody open it. Definitely don't turn this knob right here.
Oh, you turned the knob? Oh, biscuit.
Why would you do that?
Introduced earlier, it's also a female Hrothgar, and she's really a lovely character. So look forward to meeting her.
さあ、これでようやく、忘れ物も皆さんにお伝えしましたので、基調講演も終わりにしていこうと思います。
Okay, and now with that, we are finally done with the keynote.
では、最後こちらを紹介して締めにしたいと思います。
But at the very end, I would like to show you one more quick thing.
Is that our new cover art?
Yeah.
Looks great.
はい、こちら吉田明子さん書き下ろしのアートとともに基調講演締めたいと思います。
So with this art from Yoshida Akiko, we will end the keynote. Thank you.
というわけで、大物レガシーちゃんと出します。2024年に出します。発売となります。
We will, I assure you, release Dawntrail in 2024.
発売日、コレクターズエディション予約特典など情報は
earliest predicted date, last day of May. Latest predicted date, in my opinion, is last week of July. That's your
and
window.
we will get the information on when the pre-order date is, as well as all of the collectors' information and special bonuses as soon as we can.
It's feeling
pretty good. They usually showed it off at FanFest.
Early June into May.
いたりもするんですが、ぜひそのあたりはね、ちょっとご想像してワクワクしていただけると嬉しいです。
There are several characters you won't have met before in this art, so maybe think about what kind of people they will turn out to be and get hype.
さあではケイトさん、通訳ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
Thank you, Kate. ではこのままファンフェスティバルオープニングに移ってまいりたいと思います。まずはこの方々お呼びしたいと思います。株式会社スクエアエニックス代表取締役社長桐生隆、そしてファイナルファンタジーシリーズブランドマネージャーの北瀬義則です。どうぞ。
When I go to the restroom, I'll be
I think everybody has realized that they've gotten some predictions correct and some predictions not. But it was a nice across the board mix and match of what we expected and what we didn't.
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。では、晴れの日本ファンフェスということで、東京ドームの
CEO
中央から皆さんにぜ
sometimes
ひご挨拶お
before,
願
but
い
the
し
new
ます。
CEO, he's around a lot.
改めまして、東京ドームに、本日足を運んでくださった皆さん、そして配信を、ご覧の皆さん、ファイナルファンタジー14ファンフェスティバルにお越しいただき、本当にありがとうございます。すいません、いろいろ今日もですね、話を考えてきたんですけれども、
translations for
ピットマンサーのですね、発表を聞いてしまってですね、頭の中が今ちょっと真っ白になってまして、ちょっと皆さんに助けていただければと思うんですけれども、私も皆さんご存知の通り、黒魔同士で普段やってるんですけれども、ピクトマンサーですね、私やってみようと思うんですけれども、さっきピクトマンサー手を挙げられた方でですね、
I think he plays 14 more than the previous CEO did, so I think he kind of has a
お願いします。
bit of a fan, like he's a bit more of like a fan of it, and he also seems to be really showy, so he seems to like the public element of
バ
the
イパーの
job,
方で一緒
which is
に
optional.
戦っている時にですね、私が栄唱している間助けてくださる方、拍手お願いします。
What's crazy is I don't think they're that different in age, and Yoshi P looks so old, but
そしてですね、
cigarettes and crunch is not
全部の
good
情
for you.
報をやってらっしゃる方で、私が床ペロしている時にですね、助けてください。拍手お願いします。
助けられてばっかりや。
すいません、こんな感じでですね、普段ここにいる北瀬さん、吉田さんにもですね、助けていただきながら、本当に私も一人の光の選手として日々楽しませてもらっています。で、そうしたですね、この皆さんとのつながり、絆と
So he's saying he
いうと
wants
こ
to
ろ
play
でですね、
Pictomancer.
本当にこれから先も皆さんと一緒に元気な思いを届けていきたいというふうに思いますので、これから先もどうぞよろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございます。